It's Saturday afternoon. Nothing is perfect. I'm Russell Holiday. We're back again to watch the Vancouver Canucks against their newest rivals, the Seattle Kraken. This following contains extreme sports and violence. What is this? The Sportsnet most electrifying plays of the years is violent? Weird. Hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna do what we usually do. We'll say hello to all you beautiful people who are already in chatting away. We'll go through the stats that you want, but you don't really need. And then we're gonna go through the starting lineup for the Canucks because there are some horrendous, horrifying, terrifying changes to the starting lineup, which you guys probably all know. But we'll review them anyways. First intermission, Dustin Boydell back from his Christmas vacation. He'll be joining us for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. We'll talk about the Canucks roster and how it's changed. We'll talk about Canada losing it against Latvia at the World Junior Hockey Championship. We'll review all of the different prospects the Canucks have playing at the World Junior Championship over there in Ottawa. And then during the second intermission, we're very excited. And anyone who is here for the members only stream on Boxing Day, I did announce we will have the man, the myth, the legend, Blue Line Hockey will be joining us during the second intermission. We did a pre-recorded interview that I'll be playing for you guys during the second intermission. If you haven't checked out the Blue Line Hockey, there is a link in the description if you want to go check out his stuff. He's got some very, very cool videos to watch. And then post-game show, we'll have Dustin Boydell rejoin us to break down everything that is the Vancouver Canucks versus the Seattle Kraken. So we'll see what happens. Anything's possible. The chaos will continue for the rest of the season, I'm sure. This is me. It's me. I'm saying it's game day. And then I've got Trevor Linden, Big Mac, and Dobby. Calvin 99 Charlie. Nah, really, no Quinn. I hope they score first. We can still win. Yes, I think Jazz was here early before I got this thing. Jazz saying, I'm taking Rod's line, Devil. Go Canucks go with the hearts, green and blue. And then asking for predictions. People's First Yukon showed up before, and then Scout, formerly known as Paper, and then Calvin 99 Charlie with Coconuts Glow, and Trevor Linden. I hope they score first. Big Hog Hockey using all the custom emojis there. The Dobby, the Trevor Linden, the goal, the swear jar, the learn the rules, and the Big Mac. But he didn't use the glowing coconut, so he used almost all of them. People's First Yukon. Hi, People's First. Soul Search Gurus. That was quite the game last night. Latvia 3, Canada 2. Latvia played well. They deserve the win, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, they got outshot 50-20. So a lot of it did come down to goaltending, but it happens. Sometimes it happens. I feel like I've got Dobby hair in my eyes. Definitely some Dobby hair in my eye right now. Yeah, so Soul Search. Yeah, I mean, they won the game. They scored more goals than Canada, so I guess that means they did deserve to win. Big Hog Hockey, guys. I think we're cooked. Hachiko, no Myers. Myers will save us. Have faith. Well, says the person with the shark in their profile picture. Big Hog's like, change that profile pic, please. And Hachiko's like, no. And the Big Hog's like, yes. And then Hachiko's like, I don't have a Canucks picture on my phone. Okay, so Hachiko's on their phone. Big Hog Hockey, take a screenshot from Google. People's First Yukon, how are you? Hi, Yukon, I'm sick. I'm still a little sick, too. Crystal's still a little sick. Dobby is fine, though. He's chilling. He got spoiled for Christmas. Get better, says Big Hog to Hachiko. Thanks, Big Hog. Gamer A, Canucks 1, Kraken 0 in overtime prediction. Ooh, wouldn't that be an exciting game? A 1-0 overtime win. Hachiko, hopefully Canucks get a goal in. I want a free membership again. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if the Canucks get a goal? Yeah, I hope they get at least one goal today, Hachiko. Mike Torrance, go. Good luck, Canucks, says Mike Torrance. Coconuts Glow. Welcome back, Mike Torrance. Nice to have you. Big Hog, you sound better, Russ. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. Still not 100%, but doing a little better than I was the other day when we had our members only. Leah Herring, I'm scared with no Hughes. Yep. What was it? Dan Murphy. No, it wasn't Dan Murphy. Who's the guy? One of the Canucks media guys tweeted out the last time the Canucks didn't have Hughes in the lineup or Pettersson. Hughes and Pettersson in the lineup. One or the other was before Hughes had played his first game ever for the Canucks. That was way back in 2019. It was like March 2019 or something like that. Big Hog Hockey, Latvia is good at producing goalies. Yep. And Big Hog Hockey, there he goes. He's got the glowing coconut in the middle there. Okay, let's hop on over to the stats that you want, but you don't really need, which you can't currently see. So let's fix that. Change that right now. There it is. Now you guys can all see it. On Saturdays, the Canucks are 370 and 372 because they keep on losing on Saturdays when we're watching them. So hopefully today bucks that trend. They're a minus 174 goals, 4 goals against. Their PK is all right. Their power play is okay. But yeah, they're pretty close. You know, they're almost 500 on Saturdays, so that's probably a good thing. When playing on December the 28th, the Canucks are even. They're 11-11, 2-1. After playing 25 games at home, they've played at home 19 times, are 8-9, so they're actually a game below 500 at home when playing on December 28th. So that's a little concerning. On the road, they're 3-2. So maybe they can bring that road mentality back home. Seriously, this Dobby fair is like wrapped around my cornea or something. Canucks versus Kraken. The Canucks have played the Kraken now 11 times in their history. They are 7-4 against the Seattle Kraken, which is good to see. You want to beat the new teams. I mean, unlike Vegas, who came in the league with a crazy amount of skill and winning lots of games, Seattle has not done the same. The Canucks are 3-2 at home against the Seattle Kraken, so that's a good stat. And they are 4-2 in Seattle. So either way, no matter how you Kraken it, the Canucks are 3 games above 500 when it comes to playing against Seattle, our newest rival. If we're looking at the Canucks' current leading scorer against the Kraken, it is Pettersson and Garland. They both have 4 goals in 11 games. And for everyone who was here during the members only stream, you got to see me make this sheet live. We did some live spreadsheeting. Garland has 8 assists in 11 games, giving him the overall 12 points in 11 games against the Seattle Kraken. So the best scoring player for the Canucks versus the Kraken. Kraken current leading scorer versus the Canucks is Eberle with 5 goals in 11 games. He's got 9 assists, so he's actually more than a point per game. 14 points in 11 games. And then you would have seen this. I put this out this morning. Nothing is perfect. Canucks versus Kraken. It is Black Skate Night again. This is the blue line hockey. This is what he looks like. This is his symbol. New rivalries renewed. So you're going to see this gentleman during the second intermission. We're looking at the stats overall. This is the first time the Canucks have played the Seattle Kraken this year, December the 28th. We play them again in just a couple days on January the 2nd, and then we don't play them again until March and April, so they'll spread out. But a couple quick games here for the Vancouver Canucks versus the Seattle Kraken. So that will be next Thursday when we play them again. Yeah, so just over a week from now, they'll play them again. Shane Wright has 3 points in his last 5 games. Oh, he's the best. He's the best for the Seattle Kraken right now. In 5 games, he's got 3 points. They're all assists. That's a little scary for them. Brandon Montour, 1 goal in his last 3 games, leading the team in his last 5 games. That's not great either. Quinn Hughes. Yeah, we're going to talk about Quinn Hughes. 8 points in his last 5 games. Kiefer Sherwood, 4 goals in his last 5 games. Quinn Hughes with 7 assists in his last 5 games. The Canucks leading scorer. Spoiler alert, he's not in the lineup. For everyone who doesn't know, Quinn Hughes is not playing tonight, but we'll talk about that in just a second. The Canucks power play is 11th best in the league at 22%. Kraken coming in at 18.5, 22nd. Penalty kill, they're pretty dang close. 80%, 80.8%. Canucks in 12th. Kraken in 16th. Face-off percentage, the Canucks are 19th, so not great, not bad, kind of in the middle. And then Seattle's just a couple percent below them. Only 1.4% below them, actually. When it comes to goals for, the Canucks are 3.15 per game. Seattle's 2.78 per game, coming in at 23rd and 11th. And then the Canucks 3.12 goals against in 21st, and just slightly better at 3.11. Gives them 19th for the Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken have been struggling lately. They are 3-6-1 in their last 10 games on a 5-game losing streak right now. And the Canucks are coming off a win in San Jose. They are essentially 500 in their last 10 games at 4-3-3. Back to the bar. Let's have a look at the lineups then, shall we? Bring that back up. So, start off with the offensive lines. Things are totally changed. We got JT Miller, Jake DeBrusk, Brock Besser playing together. We're going to see P.S. Suter, Niels Hoglander, and Connor Godlin as the second line. That's a little terrifying. Teddy Bluger, Danton Hine, and Kiefer Sherwood are the third line today. And then the fourth line today has Max Sasson, Dakota Joshua, and Philip DiGiuseppe as the fourth line. It should be interesting. As you notice, no Elias Pettersson on those lines. And we're looking at defensively. This is terrifying. Eric Brandstrom and Tyler Myers, top defensive pair for the Canucks tonight. Second pair hasn't changed. It's Susie and Noah Juleson. And then the third pair has also not changed, of Forbert and Desharnais. We're also getting a Thatcher Demko start today. So Mr. Thatcher Demko getting a start today, which is good to see. But obviously the terrifying part there, no Pettersson, no Hughes. Oh my goodness. And then Dustin Boydell showing up, gifting 5 memberships right off the bat. Coming in, showing up, back in the game. Dustin Boydell, everyone, Paragraph Pro. 5 Nothing is Perfect memberships. Those are going to Hachiko, David W., Carol, TFMTD, and Coach Rob Willie. Thank you very much, Dustin Boydell, for showing up and gifting some memberships. Christmas is not over because Dustin is here, gifting all those memberships right off the bat. Hachiko, I think it's better if we don't see the stats hashtag scary. Yeah, well, we have now. And I mean, none of that matters now because the Canucks, the Canucks are without Pettersson and Hughes. So this should be interesting. Big Hog Hockey, Hachiko, what is that profile picture of? Canucks Oz, let's go. This should be interesting. Welcome, Canucks Oz. Good to have you. Good to have you, Canucks Oz. Thanks for stopping by. Hachiko, Sumi, the mascot for the 2010 Paralympics. Okay. So representing the 2010. Oh, cool. And then Dustin with his 5 gifted memberships. Big Hog Paragolf. And then Hachiko goes, yeah, thanks, Dustin. So now Hachiko is in their second month of memberships, thanks to Dustin. And then Paragolfer Pro, Merry Christmas. You'll love to see it. Not trying to be weird, but Blue Line's voice is smooth. Yeah, it is, man. It is really smooth. Like Sam Kinison. I agree. I guaranteed Miller will pop off without Petey. Mike Torrance, ugh. Gary Wiseman in the chat. Welcome, Gary Wiseman. Has Sprung been playing for the Crack? Yes, he has been playing for the Crack. Not a lot, though. I think he's got like 1 goal maybe for the Kraken. So it hasn't been going great. Getting the Star Spangled Banner, getting sung out right now. And also welcome to David W., Carol, TFM, TD, and Coach Rob Willie watching from the shadows, getting those free gifted memberships here on Nothing is Perfect. So let's make sure we keep these scoreboards all up to date, shall we? It's all ready to go here. Okay. Yeah, 5 gifted memberships right off the bat for Mr. Dustin Boydell. What a wild child. Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hachiko getting patriotic down there. Getting the national anthem sung with the flag in the chat. People's First Yukon. Why no Quinn and Pettersson to play there today? Because they're both hurt. So Pettersson left the game the other day. He left after 1 shift in the 3rd period against the San Jose Sharks, and he did not return. And then Quinn Hughes was dealing with something before that game, played anyways, and now is out. So yeah, they're both injured, and we do not really know the timeline on what's happening with them. Gary Wiseman, Sprung's only 27. He has the hairline of a 50-year-old. And Hitchy goes, yeah, they're injured, I think, Yukon. Too much eggnog. We do not know when they're back yet, Big Hog. That's why it's a little scary right now. We're a little scared. Let's see if I can look up how much Sprong has scored for the let's see how much Sprong has scored for the Seattle Kraken, shall we? Oh, my nose is running. Oh no, don't spread my hand while I'm gone. Okay, I'm back. I've got a tissue now. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. We have Phil D. Giuseppe. Phil D. Giuseppe. And then Big Hug's like, good point, Gary. He's gone, but I'm too sick to spread mayhem. Spread germs. No, don't spread germs, Hachiko. Max Sasson back in the lineup. Spread mayhem. I'm already back. Yeah, troublemakers. Sassone. So we're not going with Sasson anymore. We're going Max Sassone. Okay, let's see. So if we look at it here, this is when they traded him. He got a goal on November 20th. Sprong did, and he hasn't scored since. And we're underway. Back to the bar. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49. Vancouver, Seattle. Nothing is perfect. Russell Holiday. Yeah, so he has one goal. People's First says, let's go Vancouver Canucks! So it looks like they're not going with the pairs that we thought they were. We got Brandstrom and Desharnais out there. JT Miller tries to get to the middle of and get a shot off. Can't get it to go. Brandon Tanev's profile picture is hilarious. Hachiko's like, Coke Canucks glow. Coke Canucks glow. Coke Canucks glow. I like that spirit. Even though Hachiko's feeling sick, they're still in here cheering away. People's First Yukon. Montreal Canadiens beat Florida. Yeah, so it looks like Forbert and Myers are the top pair, not Brandstrom and Myers. But who knows? It might change as the game goes. Max Sassone. Blueger puts it up to Sherwood. Into the corner. Collects the puck. Sherwood puts it down low behind the net for Heinen. Heinen drops it for Blueger. Blueger can't quite get the pass. Larson intercepts. Blueger in the corner digging. Susie intercepts it. I think Susie played for Laugh Out Loud. The channels carrying the Seattle broadcast have call signs King and Kong. King Kong! Isn't Myers a menace against the Kraken? Yeah, they hate him. Myers is constantly hitting players on the Kraken. He's like enemy number one. So when we play, they freak out because they think that Myers is a dirty player. Stevenson. Errant pass. Puck comes out to center ice. Seattle loses control. Looks like a bunch of players out there had too much turkey and too much eggnog. Daniel Sprong with a hard pass across. Dakota Joshua's got a little bit of area to skate. Comes to center, skating backwards. Nice move. He better have the beeping happening because that man is a truck backing up. Beep, beep, beep. Dakota Joshua throws a hit. Now it's a rugby game at center ice. Canucks get another change in. Demko plays it to Forbert. Nice pass from Forbert up to Sasson. I guess Knuckhead was right. I always thought Knuckhead was calling it wrong, but apparently it is Sasson. Ajigo, no, I'm not too worried right now. He's a crack friend. Crack fiend. Yeah, they wanted to call the fans in Seattle Crackheads, but they didn't. David W. Susie once played for the Kraken. Oh, thank you. Hey, beauties. Happy holidays. Hope everyone is having a great season. I'm hosting in-laws this week, and tonight is also my wedding anniversary, so I'm going to be absent. Miss you all. Coconuts Glow. Thanks for stopping by, Drewski, to say hello. King of the mods. Miller with a shot. First one of the game by either team. 4 minutes into the game. We might get that 1-0 overtime victory that somebody predicted earlier. Gamer A, I think it was. Calvin 99 Charlie. Trevor Linden. Frank Morgan, good Yule tidings, y'all. Welcome, Frank Morgan. Nice to have you, brother. Chico, congrats on the anniversary, Drew. Sorry I missed the members only chat. We'll try for the next one. Yeah, we'll have another one next month in January. Capo Caco gets stopped by a block after Desharnais stumbled. Shot wide and bounces out in front. No mayhem. Happy holidays, Drew. Catch you next time. And Drew's like, Dobby, Rulebook, Trevor Linden, Swear Jar, Goal, Big Mac, Coconuts Glow. Coconuts Glow. David W. Gary Wiseman. Yes, Sprong once played for the Canucks. David W. People's first Yukon. It's indeed strange Hughes and PD aren't playing in the Canucks for this weekend. Yep. Hachiko, looking forward to your insight, David W. What's with the hate? I'll leave then. Why? Who's hating you, Calvin? Is somebody being mean? We don't want you to leave, brother. What hate? GG. Don't leave, Calvin. What hate are you talking about? Nothing but love here, brother. What the heck was that? That should have been icing, but apparently it's not. People's first Yukon and Habs win does not. That Habs win over the Panthers in South Florida was a dominant one at 4-0 with Jacob Dobes called up from the AHL Laval Rocket earlier this week, having stopped all 34 shots he faced. Di Giuseppe with a chance in front, can't get the puck to settle. Puts the puck right into the front of the net. No Canuck there to do anything with it. Canucks bring it right back in. Dakota Joshua drops the pass for Brandstrom. Brandstrom loses it right at the blue line, but manages to get back. And Desharnais collects it in his own zone, passes it back over to Brandstrom. All shots he's faced. Is Demko in goal today? Yes, Gary Wiseman. It is Demko today. Big Hog. Yup. Pachico. Yeah. John Shorthouse. There hasn't been a whistle yet. Oh, there's the first whistle of the game. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a poll. Who scores first? Canucks? Kraken? What is happening? Oh my goodness. No one. Okay, so the poll question is who scores first? Canucks, Kraken, or no one? We're going to have a 0-0 tie today. Nobody's going to score. If this is this our last game of the calendar year? No, Gary. We have another game against the Calgary Flames on the New Year's Eve. So we'll be playing against Calgary at 6 o'clock in Calgary on the 31st. Yeah. They scheduled games on the 31st. The NHL are such buttholes. You're the funniest man in chat there, Gary. This is why. Because you say funny things like that. Darnay stumbles. And Brandstrom blocks the puck from getting to the front of the net. Woo! 1st of January would be even worse thinking about it. They play on the 2nd. So they play on the 31st and then they play on the 2nd. Yeah, so the game on the 2nd is again against the Seattle Kraken. So it's Tuesday night, which is New Year's Eve against Calgary at 6 o'clock, which we'll be live for. And then on January the 2nd, it's another 7 o'clock game. And that will be against the Seattle Kraken. And they play back to back. So we'll be playing Thursday and Friday, the 2nd and the 3rd of January. Against Seattle and then Nashville. In Seattle and then at home against Nashville. Garland skating out of the corner. Goes to the blue line. Oglander looking for anything. Myers tries to put it down low. Puck gets blocked. And then Forbert picks the puck up. Offside. Whistle goes. Faceoff will be happening just outside the Seattle zone. The Canucks and the Seattle Kraken will be changing their lines right now. Know your limit. Play within it. Oh, USA versus Latvia. Happening right now. Oh, they called it an intentional offside too. Which meant that they brought the face-off all the way down into the Canucks zone. Oh, McCann. Former Vancouver Canuck McCann. I miss him. I'm going to try and look up the last time the Canucks didn't have Quinn Hughes in the lineup or Pettersson. So I'm pretty sure I can find that. I think it was March. It's 2019. It was March. What was it? March 26th, I think. Yeah, during the next intermission, I'm going to show you guys the lineup for the Canucks when last time they didn't have Hughes or Pettersson in the lineup. 10:40 left to go in the first period. 2 shots for the Canucks. No shots for Seattle yet. Almost halfway through this first period, the Seattle Kraken are pulling at Vancouver Canucks. But yeah, the announcers just mentioned that it has been a pretty scrambled game so far, which is not all that surprising considering that neither team had a morning skate and are both coming off of a Christmas break. Heinen fans on a good chance in the slot. Can't get a shot on net. Yeah, it's one of those days too. We're drinking coffee. Should have put some whiskey in the coffee. You know what I mean? But you go, chaos draft. Dakota Joshua fighting in the corner. Max Sasson trying to do something. But Seattle, he almost strips the Seattle player of the puck right in front of the net, but can't quite get control. Forbert gets hit in the corner. Loses the puck. Pass to the middle, gets deflected high in the air, and then Seattle manages to keep it down low. Access zone. Myers gets a shot off. He gets blocked. Giuseppe in there, digging away. Now he's going to skate off for a change. WWE Leafs in their Friday Pacific time game versus the Wings in near 8:20 span to open the game had amassed a 2-0 lead en route to a 5-2 win over the Sens home arena. Through Canada's World's junior team didn't fare quite as well, scoring a shorthanded goal with under a bit than 3:30 in the second period, en route to a 3-2 shootout loss to Latvia counterpart. How will the Vancouver Canucks fare in their late December game versus the Kraken? So far, it's scoreless, but unless the Canucks score soon, pretty much anything goes on what will happen. An intentional offside, WTF. Yeah. What would a team gain by doing that? It's one of those things where if they have already been warned that it will be an offside and they still decide to go offside, then it's like, well, you knew and we warned you. So we're going to make the consequences extra bad for you. And that means bringing the puck all the way down into your zone. What's in store for today's intermission? During the first intermission, Dustin will be back for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. And during the second intermission, we're going to have another content creator named The Blue Line Hockey joining us for the second intermission, which is very cool. He's a great YouTuber. He's got some very good videos. So if you haven't checked it out, The Blue Line Hockey, there is a link in the description. Just click on his name. It'll bring you right to his page. He does a lot of really good videos. He's very, very good at what he does. So we'll have him on to chat about a bunch of different things. Earlier Saturday Pacific time, I looked in my YouTube feed to find out when the Canucks same day game would be happening. In my feed, I spotted their upcoming post-game stream and decided to post to Blue Sky thread of upcoming games by Canada, NBA, G League, NHL, PWHL, World Junior teams for the weekend. I count in total at least a dozen such games. No dang, you so funny. Thanks, Noah Dang. Canucks fan 94. Welcome back, Canucks fan 94. Hope you had a good Christmas, Russell. Let's go. Gary Wiseman, holy cow. David W. writing a full-blown hockey column in chat. Gary Wiseman running the draft past Russell, the editor, I guess. I don't edit. David W. gives you his raw, unfiltered opinions on everything in chat. Seattle with a partial break, getting a shot off, and Thatcher, the snatcher Demko, makes an easy glove save to stop the play, and we'll be going to an intermission. So like I said, let's quickly have a look. So this is the last time that Quinn Hughes since Quinn Hughes and or Pettersson were missing. So Pettersson's missed some games, Hughes has missed some games, but this is the last time that Hughes was not in a game with the Canucks. So this is March 26, 2019. It was a 5-4 loss to Anaheim. And look at this lineup. We got Besser, Levo, Virtanen, Eriksson, Baertschi, Horvat, Schaller, Granlund, Pearson, Beagle, and Gaudette. So on this roster, there is literally only 2 people on the forward lines that are still on this team, because there is no Hughes in this lineup. We had Shen, Tevez, Edler, Sauter, Stetcher, and Biega. And then we had Markstrom and Demko. So Demko, Pettersson, and Besser are the only players from this team that lost 5-4 to Anaheim on March 26, 2019. This is the last time that Hughes didn't play for the Canucks when Pettersson was available. Pettersson was a -2 that night. Played 17 minutes. Pearson had 21 minutes. What's that? Adler playing 26 minutes as a +3. And Stetcher playing 25 minutes. Oh my gosh. Wild stuff. Canucks only had one power play. Yeah, isn't that wild? Back to the bar. Canucks fan 94, will you be going live during the Four Nations face-off? Yes. We have decided, we had a vote, and we will be going live during Team Canada's games for the Four Nations face-off. Jacob Cozy, sorry guys, I was upset with PD and Hughes. Didn't want to get mad in chat. So you're back now? You've got all the anger out? Thoughts on Canada's performance? Are you talking about the Latvia performance? Because if you're talking about the Latvia performance, it's your classic Canucks. Canada outshot their opponents by like twice. Tanev with a shot. And then Forbert grabs his man because the guy drove to the net, even though Thatcher Demko clearly had the save. And Forbert's like, heck no, bro. Stay off my goalie, bro. Driving the net. Forbert didn't like it. Shot, save, no rebound, and the guy just drives the net. So the Canucks are like, no, you're not allowed to touch my goalie. We will be talking about Canada's performance with Dustin during the first intermission. But hello, guys. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. Good goalie tandem, though. Chargers 40, Patriots 7. Canada lost against Latvia. Yep. What's Stetch up to the season he was in Edmonton last year, but didn't play much? Stetcher, I think, is still playing for Edmonton. Let's have a look. Troy. Stetcher. Yeah, he's still playing for Edmonton. Yeah, he's still playing for Edmonton. Playing most of their games. His most recent game was on December the 22nd. So, yeah, the boy, Troy from Richmond. 3-on-1 for Seattle. Was that JT Miller as the only one back? JT Miller, the only one back, plays it really well. He actually played that better than Myers played that 3-on-1 a couple of games back. Canucks. I guess they've made it 4-on-4, so lots of open ice out here. Susie skating out up to his blue line, drops it. Tyler Myers swings back into his own zone. Tyler Myers puts it behind the net. Brandstrom puts it up. Garland skates it out to center. Passes over to Suter. Suter gets over to Garland. Garland can't control the puck. The Canucks will backtrack as Seattle carries it out. McCann rings it around the boards. Stevenson falls. Suter looks like he's out of gas. Garland tried to get it out to Brandstrom. Desharnais turns back, and then the Canucks start to change. 26 seconds left of 4-on-4. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4:20 left to go in the first period. 4:20, bro. 15 seconds left to go on 4-on-4. Go Chargers. Jazz. Dobby. Big hog. Noah Dang. W. Who got tripped? Sasson just got tripped. And just so everyone knows, Max Sasson has come out and said his name is pronounced Sasson. So everyone who watches Knuckhead should know that his name is Sasson because Knuckhead has been pronouncing it properly. So we are now calling him Max Sasson. Hachiko, go. Every LA-based team except the Kings. Canucks fan 94. Oh, yeah, we lost to Latvia. Wait, Latvia? We lost to Latvia? Yeah, it was the first ever loss to Latvia by Canada at any international tournament, which is wild. Or at the World Juniors, I guess. And the Dodgers. Hachiko, go Dodgers. RS5E. Who is more likely to step up, Brandstrom for Hughes or Hoglander for PD? Oh, that's a good question, 5e. Welcome, by the way, 5e. I don't know if I've seen you in chat before, so welcome to Nothing is Perfect. I feel like Brandstrom. I feel like Brandstrom has a better chance of stepping up in Hughes' absence. Because he might get some power play time. You might have they might just see the Canucks rolling actually 2 defensemen on their power play units for this game if they get one. But yeah, I would say RS5e, I would say Brandstrom probably has a better chance of stepping up. Canucks fan 94, it certainly has been from Friday Eastern time a mixed bag among Canadian hockey teams, with a win by the Leafs, shootout loss by the World Junior Championship team, and a close game between the PWHL Montreal Victor and Minnesota Frost at 3-2 Victor. I don't know how the Oilers are doing, although I plan to tune into that game ASAP after the Victor Frost game has ended. Sasson, yeah. No dang, updating us. Seattle Seahawks leading the Bears 6-3. Mike Torrance, this 4-on-4, yikes. Yeah. When you got JT Miller as your only defenseman back, that's when things get sketchy. Sassy. Yeah, we can just call him Max Sassy. Drawing a penalty. Big Hug Huggy. Yeah, their goalie played good. Yeah, 55 saves. No big D. DeBrusque gets robbed. And then Brock Besser with a good effort to jam in the rebound. Canucks score! An incredible save by Joey Decord, but the rebound stays right on the goal line, and Brock Besser just pokes it into the net. You love to see it. Canucks take the lead, 1-0. Yeah, DeBrusque got absolutely robbed. And then the rebound came right up in the air. And then Besser stayed in front of the net after getting cross-checked and then just pokes it right into the net. Yeah, oh, it's Grubauer with a beautiful save. Then Larson's doing everything he can to keep it out. But unless he gloves that puck, he is going to be... Did you guys not hear the goal horn? Did it not work? Let's see, I'm going to check something. Okay, how about this? Did you... woo, says Matt, watching from the future. 1-0, says Noah Dang. David W. Canucks PP, but will they score? Yes, they will. The Canucks are up 1-0. Pachico, goal, goal, goal. Bang! Big Hog Hog says goal, goal, goal. People's First Yukon, goal, goal, goal. And then the Canucks ice the puck. They celebrate their goal by icing the puck. Where's the goal horn? Goal. I voted for the Canucks to score first. There it is. Yep. 73% of you saying the Canucks will score first. Wow, says Mike Torrance. Hiya, says Scout. RS Fiverr. It did do it again for good measure. Did you? Can you guys hear this? Did you actually hear the... Can you hear that goal horn? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you should have heard the goal horn there. Brock, the broccoli, Brock Star Besser. Sorry, I didn't hear it. Scoring like a Brock Star, says Canucks fan 94. And then Big Hog saying, learn the rules, Canucks. Learn the rules. Oh my goodness, the Canucks defense not doing well there. Seattle gets a really good chance, and Demko says, no! Canucks have now taken a penalty for holding. Looks like Susie might be going off. Gary Wiseman, I wasn't sure how to vote in the poll, although that the power play the Canucks would go on would be a short is remarkable. Already 1-0 in the first period. Now we hear it. Okay. Let's just try one more time, everyone. Can we hear the goal horn? Yeah. Can we hear it? Laugh out loud, Gary. I hope you can hear that. Out of context. Scout says, hello. Hello, Scout. Canucks win the face-off, collect the puck, shoot it all the way down the ice, and Grubauer collects it behind that. Yes, you can hear it. Okay, good. Nobody's forgotten about you, Scout. Good job by Suter to get that puck. Grubauer makes a save off his chest, and it sat there for a minute, and they get a whistle. Good forecheck there by the Canucks. Number +1 treat for Dobby. Yeah, Dobby's literally sleeping under the tree. Bro, how was that? How is that a pen? Not allowed to puck battles anymore. The refs are making some soft calls recently. Well, it's not a pencil. Yeah, Jazz, who knows? Who knows what happens in the mind of an NHL referee? Maybe they just felt like they were trying to make a makeup call or something. Who knows? Tell him, Para. Yeah, Big Hugger agrees. The NHL refs do not know what they're doing right now. It's chaos out there. It's absolute anarchy. It's chaos. Power play for the Seattle Kraken. Canucks collect the puck in their own zone, scoop it down the ice, and then Sherwood collects it at center. Looks like Chaos Drav is trying to join. He does. Can't get a clean pass away, though. And then he just does a little bit of a dipsy doodle and gets the puck down low in the Seattle zone. And then Bluger comes in and kills some more time off. 47 seconds left to go. Scout, I'm playing NHL 25 right now. Lucky. Jazz, learn the rules. Scout, as what team? Yeah, learn the rules, refs. Juleson blows a tire. Connect the puck and whip it all the way down the ice. Garo has been playing NHL 25 and NHL 24. Mind-blowing. Yeah, he's playing from the future, man. Scout. Canucks, of course. Yee, says Jazz. Against who? Shot gets blocked. Power play is over. 35 seconds left to go in the first. The Predators. The Canucks versus the Predators. Jazz is like, nice. Beat those Predators, Scout. Oh, it's the playoffs. Just like last year. Besser strips the puck. JT Miller with a shot. Grubauer with a save with just under 10 seconds left to go in the game, or in the first period. Canucks are running out of time, and there it is. End of the period. Let's go and update this board here. Into the first intermission. It's good to see. Canucks lead 1-0. Pretty much as well as we could have hoped it to go. Let's get Santa Claus himself up in here. Let's make sure this is all ready to go, because it's been weird lately. Yes, it is weird right now. There we go. Now it's fixed. Oh yeah, Dustin's face is all over the place here. There it is. He's nice and centered. All right. Without further ado, let's bring him in. Dustin, welcome, brother.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh, not bad. Was a little shaky start there, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
It's all the turkey and eggnog they were drinking in the break, eh?
Yeah, it must have been something. I think they had to wear it off there. There's definitely a little rust coming out of the gate, bobbling some pucks, fanning on some shots, passing a puck when you have a golden shot opportunity. You know, just the little things that we like to do to make the game tougher on ourselves.
Yeah, not a lot of chance to get ready for the game. They did have a practice yesterday, but then they did not do a morning skate today, obviously with the 1 p.m. start time. So strange start time just in general Probably just a result of the holiday season, trying to get an earlier start time for maybe some friends and family and kids to come out to the game there in Vancouver. What did you
Yeah,
see
and
that
that
you liked?
uh, for the most part, we're making it tough for the Kraken to get clean entries into the zone. Working hard on the puck battles and things. There was maybe one or two plays that really were sloppy. Juleson there on the 4-on-4 when he thought someone was behind him. That one could have cost us. Demko's looked really solid along the ice down low. He's kept a lot of those jam plays. He's kept him out of the back of the net. That fourth line has been our best trio so far. Sasson showing his versatility playing up the middle. He just makes himself even more valuable when he can move around the ice like that, and drawing the penalty that led to the goal. Just good hard work from that fourth line all around, generating a couple of chances 5-on-5 as well. And yeah, just it looked pretty good. Other than that, not too much down to say. We're dominating the face-offs, hits, pretty much everything except the shots are even. So not a bad start coming off a 4-day break.
Yeah, interesting to see Toggett start the fourth line as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good. It got a good jump out of the guys. Like I said, so far in that first period, other than the power play getting that goal, 5-on-5, that fourth line has been our best line, keeping Seattle for the most part in their end.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, face-offs. Canucks dominating. 80% of the face-offs were won by the Canucks. 100% on the power play so far, obviously, with the one. And then absolute dominance when it came to hits. The Canucks usually get about 10 hits per period, as we've been seeing through most of the season. They have 14 hits to Seattle's 3, which is just further enraging all of those Seattle Kraken fans who want to see Tyler Myers' head on a platter.
Yeah, which has made, the Kraken give up the puck 6 times, and we've taken away one. So majority of the turnovers going our way for now. So we just got to keep winning those puck battles, taking the puck away, making it hard for the Kraken to get to the inside. Other than some garbage stuff right in front of Demko, they're not really getting any clean looks. So that's a good thing, and we just got to keep going and build on the 1-0 lead we got out of that first.
And something you don't see a lot of in the NHL is a 4-on-3 power play, but that seemed to be just what the Canucks needed to get a lot of ice space to get that goal into the net with a good effort, second effort by Brock Besser there.
Yeah, and just a quick shot, getting a shot through, simplifying. Or I think early in the period they were trying too much for a first game back. So just shoot the puck, get it on net, and get it out of the zone. Don't try anything too fancy until you kind of get your hands back and your feet back under you. Um, when you become accustomed to playing every other day or every day, when you have a break like that, it throws a wrench in your routine. So it takes you a minute to kind of get back in the swing of things. So I would expect a little more jump in the second period here, and hopefully we can get two or three in the period and build on the lead.
I mean, there isn't a lot of downs, but we can talk about the next one is a huge down. The captain, oh my captain, Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson out of the lineup. What does that do for a team like this?
It could do one of two things. It can motivate the rest of the team to play above what they need to, and so far we've kind of seen that. Some guys stepping up. Obviously, we're going to need our big leaders like Miller, Besser, Myers, guys like that to really just be on their game and making it difficult for the other team. We have enough depth to survive short-term problems. And the plus side is both these injuries seem to be day to day. I find it odd that Hughes played through the hand issue before the break, but now they're being cautious. Maybe that was a matchup of the opponents we were playing. Kind of needed him more against Colorado than you need him against the Kraken, who have only scored, I think, 5 goals in their last 6 games. So or maybe the other way around, 6-5, something like that. They're struggling to find offense. So if you're gonna give Hughes an extra day to kind of feel better, I think maybe that's why he's out today.
Yeah.
Petey's injury still has not really been specified, so it's unclear how long he might be sidelined. Talkett had said he was just banged up, so it didn't seem super serious. I guess we'll see if he makes the trip to Calgary on New Year's Eve. Luckily, we'll have the baby Canucks in Calgary as well on the 30th, so if we need reinforcements, they'll be close by.
Yeah. The what are they calling it? The invasion of the Saddle Dome, because you have the Vancouver Canucks, the Abbey Canucks, and the what are they called? The Vancouver lacrosse team is also the Warriors. Will be playing in Calgary all over the course of a couple days there in Calgary. So it's the Vancouver invasion of Calgary. I mean, I was gonna say Pettersson missing out of the lineup. We have seen that a couple times already this year. But we haven't seen a lot of Quinn Hughes missing play because obviously he doesn't miss a lot of games. And I showed the chat earlier. It was March 26th, 2019 was the last time that Hughes was not in the lineup. Well, with either Hughes or Pettersson missing out of the lineup. But that was before he had even made his debut. So that shows you how consistent he has been with his game, especially with the amount of minutes that he plays. What does this do for other guys? Because I had a good question earlier, and they were like, who do you think has a better chance of stepping up in this game? Do you think Brandstrom has a better chance of showing what he's got with Hughes being out, or do you think Hoglander has a better chance of showing what he's got with PD out?
I think you got to be careful trying to do too much. You just need to focus on playing your game. The guys that need to step up aren't necessarily the guys coming in to fill the holes of the players that are coming out. That's not their skill set. We need like I said, the leaders like Miller, Besser, DeBrusque to really shine if these other players are out and fill those gaps. And we need the guys coming in like Brandstrom and that to just do what they can do best and just work to their strength as best they can. You saw it a bit in the first period there. Brandstrom kind of overthinking a few things, looking like he thinks he needs to do more, but he just needs to focus on playing his game and continuing to move the puck well and not getting too focused on the offense and really remaining in that 200-foot game that we need him to play while we're battling through a couple of these injuries.
Yeah, and you mentioned it was DeBrusque, Besser, and Miller. And if you want to go through that, you got DeBrusque with a beautiful shot. He gets absolutely robbed by Grubauer, but Besser follows up and scores to jam in that puck. And then Miller back on a 3-on-1 against, which we saw Myers deal with earlier, but we saw Miller play a little differently than Myers did, kind of going off to the one side to make sure that Demko could see the shot, and ended up being looking really good in a defensive rollback there.
Yep. No, and that's that he played it the right way as a forward back there. You just give your goalie the shot and try and make sure that a sneaky pass can't get through, because that'll be tougher for the goalie to save. So just all around, we need those guys to keep doing what they're doing and try and keep the puck in the other end, and we'll be fine.
Now insert the clip of Adam Sandler yelling, "You blew it." Canada loses for the first time ever at the World Junior Championship against Latvia. Probably the biggest win of Latvia's World Junior Championship career ever, right?
Oh, 100%. First off, before we even start on this, credit to Latvia and especially their goalie. 62 total saves when you go regulation, overtime, and the shootout is an unreal performance in the World Juniors. So that was great to see. But on the other hand, you got to look at Canada. You kind of look at the way the team was structured. They left a lot of scoring talent off the team this year. They kind of built it as if they were building a regular season team, like that was going to have to go a long way, building like first, second, third pairings and adding grit and grinders and things, where as the other teams in the tournament take the best players and they don't care if they got 6 number 1 defensemen. That's the best players in your country. So unfortunately, Canada looks extremely disjointed. There's too many one-man shows out there, a big lack of team chemistry, and it's just not something we're used to seeing in Canada. You know, we had the years of 2004 to 2014 where the World Juniors and hockey in Canada really thrived, and everyone was excited to watch the tournament every year. And I think it's become an issue of too many times we're seeing certain players being left off. It's become quite political and that sort of thing. But also at the same time, many of the young prospects that Canada turns out make the leap to the NHL early now.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a thinner talent pool per se nowadays than there was back 10, 15 years ago. Because a lot of the young guys aren't being loaned back to the tournament for fear of injury or things like that. NHL teams don't want to take that risk, so they don't allow their players to go, even if they're playing in junior or in the AHL. They'll not want them to go. So there is that aspect. Connor Bedard, Macklin Celebrini could have played this year, but they're both committed to NHL teams.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot that goes into it. But at the end of the day, I really point the finger at the coaching and the management for putting together a team that really lacks the offense that the other teams in the tournament have put together. So hopefully they can find something to push through and get the next two wins in the round robin. But really, they got to work more as a team. You see a couple of guys like Corwin out there. It looks like he's already fall victim to the I'm a Maple Leaf attitude. A lot of guys look like they think they're better than teammates, and so they got to start playing for the Maple Leaf on the jersey, and not for themselves and what they think their future is going to be if they do whatever in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, jumping on to the next topic, the Canucks prospects playing. We got 3 Canucks prospects playing in this tournament. In that 3-2 shootout loss to Latvia, Canada lost Matthew Schaefer. He's going to be out for the whole tournament now, broken collarbone, probably their best defenseman. What that means for the Canucks is they've got Sawyer Minio. So he will probably draw in the lineup. He hasn't played yet for Canada, but that'll probably make him get a spot on the team. So we'll look to see him probably play tomorrow. Tom Willander, a huge Canucks prospect. What are you seeing for him so far in this tournament?
He leads all skaters in the tournament in ice time so far. He's got 2 assists. He looks very solid in the defensive end. Of course, there's a lot of comparison being made between him and his tournament D partner, ASP, the Axel Sandin-Pellikka. Obviously, for fans out there who don't really know much about the Red Wings pick, that player was picked with the draft pick in the Hronek trade. So there's always going to be a bit of a like, oh, okay, we got Willander and then they got this guy. And, you know, he kind of plays a style similar to Hughes where it's offense driven. I think he has 15 shots on goal so far. But it's unfair to compare the two because it's like apples and oranges. Willander is more like a Phil Hronek where he plays physical, defensive hockey. Yes, he has some offensive upside, but he uses his size to his advantage, and you can rely on him to do the right things in your own end. And so I think so far he's served really well and has looked really solid and looks like the Canucks have a good future partner for Hughes in the juniors if that works out well.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been hearing from a lot of people who are talking about the difference between the 2 players playing on that deep pair is that obviously the other guy is more like a Hughes, and so trying to have 2 guys like Hughes obviously doesn't sound like a terrible thing, but when you want a guy to have number 1 power play unit time and be the leading minutes getting guy on your defensive core, you probably don't want to have 2 guys like that. So Willander probably will end up being a better defensive pair because he shoots right as well, doesn't he?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's even more valuable to have him come up and play with Hughes.
Yeah. The Canucks also have another prospect, a little bit of a lower round. He was drafted 221st overall in the 7th round. His name is Basil Sansones. and he's playing for the Swiss. He's played both games so far for the Swiss. Obviously, a tough tournament for the Swiss. They don't usually win a lot of games. But did you see anything you liked from his game as a late round draft pick for the Canucks?
I mean, considering they've given up 7 goals against and he's only a -1, he's obviously doing the right things defensively, trying to help out his team as best he can. Let's be clear, the Swiss are extremely overpowered in this tournament. They'll be lucky to get a win. But obviously it's a good thing on the resume to be selected to play in this tournament. And hopefully, maybe the Swiss can sneak one here or there in the next day or two. But in all likelihood, just a good experience for a young man to play for his country and just move forward with his career, and hopefully can build from the experience.
I noticed as well, he played exactly 15 minutes and 33 seconds in both games. So that's consistency for you.
There you go.
Didn't get a chance to talk about Abby. So we'll save that for the post-game show. We got the game coming up this weekend.
There's not a lot to update anyways, but quickly before we go, how do you think Teddy Bluger was walking into the dressing room this morning with the bragging rights over all the Canadian boys?
I saw that there was a meme where he's was it Ed McMahon or whatever the guy is from the WWE, just like walking in like, how you doing, Canada guys?
Yeah, I bet he got to get some good ribbing in for that one.
Yeah, maybe maybe Phil DiGiuseppe was tying his skates for him or something like that. Awesome, Dustin. We'll chat again in the post-game show.
Sounds good. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Dustin Boydell joining the show for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. He's back, trying to take over the title of Santa Claus after gifting 5 subs to start the day. You'll love to see it. And then puck has just been dropped on the second intermission. 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49. Get the volume back on so I can hear what's going on. Darnay behind his own net loses the puck. Max Sasson. Gonna practice that all game. Max Sasson. Saw a couple new people in chat. Elfrin. Good period with the 1-goal lead over the Crackheads. Looks like DeBrusque blocked that one. And Desharnais gets it out to center. Brock Besser as well to get it over to DeBrusque. DeBrusque with a good shot. Grubauer with a good glove save to keep it 1-0. Welcome, Elfrin. Mike Torrance, have you heard I can count to 4 but psychotic? Toymaker Sasson is pretty decent. Better than PDG anyway. Depends on the game, Toymaker. Welcome, Toymaker. Nice to see ya. Scout 6-1. Big Hog Hockey. Anyone see Squid Game Season 2? We just started watching it. We haven't watched it all yet, though. Mike Torrance saw the first episode. Big Hog, you like it? Scout's like, no. Gary Wiseman, I keep hearing about it. What is it about? They trick a bunch of people with money troubles into a game show that ends up with death. So they start killing people off, and then it's too late for anyone to get out. It's actually a really good show. Season 1 was like revolutionary. Oh, no. That's a weak one. Thatcher Yemko with his glove extended. Puck goes in off his glove. He's not going to like that one. Seattle early in the second period tying the game. It's a game show where you die if you lose. 6-2. Yeah. I like some Korean shows though. So how creative shows. Gary Wiseman, once there was a movie called Saw where you die if you failed. Oh no. That's just one he's going to want back. Brutal. It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Big Hog's mom. Happy birthday, Hogs Ma. Woo, says Gary Wiseman. All right, Hachiko. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Big Hog's mom, says Hachiko. That's better. Jacob goes, yo, happy birthday, Big B-Day, happy B-Day, Hogs mom. Thanks, y'all. Jacob Cozy We have no goal scorers. Swervin' Irvin in the chat. Welcome, Swervin' Irvin. Step up 6. Canucks home stretch. Oh no, Demko. Big Hog Hockey. What about me, Jacob? You too. Step up is awesome, says Jacob Cozy. Moose is the guy. David W. As much as I hope Canada's World Junior team will at worst win silver, this team has to prove it's ready with convincing win over Germany's counterpart on Sunday. Ovi score tonight? Is he back in the lineup? Nick H4929. It's sad that Team Canada doesn't even look. Oh, and then Demko with a save. Cat goes right on top of the crease. Nick H. It's sad that Team Canada doesn't even look good anymore at the World Juniors. Yeah. It is, Nick. Welcome. Welcome to chat. But you go Team USA. David W. Jacob Cozy. I don't know how many capable goal scorers Canada's World Junior team during this tournament has, but not enough of them showed up in that Friday Pacific time game. Nick H. I think Team USA at World Juniors is better, and I'm Canadian. Yep, I agree with you, Nick H. I think that too, and I'm American. But Hachiko does like Canada. Happy birthday, Big Hogs Mom. David W. Nick H. I'm worried as well that this Canadian team will make it to the quarterfinals, but be knocked out there. Thanks, Scout. Jacob Cozy, what's up? What about Big Hog? Scout, don't forget, Big Hog is no more. We'll end our next season with Lecker will be swell. Hoglander shoots it wide. Me or Hoglander. 2 cooks in the kitchen doesn't work. Yeah. USA plays Latvia today. We'll see if the US blows Latvia out or have a similar game to Canada. Grubauer pokes it to the corner. Ransom shot. Grubauer with a save. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can get 60-something saves against the USA, but you never know. They might be all burnt out, though. Jacob Cozy, only need 1 Gordon Ramsay. Pachico, what time, Nick, do you know? Hey, Scout, 1+ treat for Dobby. Say, I think it's 3:30. All right. David W. I'm sure Bluger was pleased his homeland's World Junior team beat the Canadian one, even by the narrowest of margins in a shootout. A win still a win. Yeah. Nick H. Wait, sorry. I got the time wrong. The USA plays Latvia at 3:30 Eastern. So it's already halfway through and the US is up 2-0. Good. Thank you. Rome, hello everyone. Glad I made it. Yeah, we're glad you made it too, Rome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, friend. David W. Bernier scores. The game is tied at 1-1. Yep. Beniers. Not Bernier. Berniers. Pachico goal. Unhappy. Ugly goal allowed by Thatcher. Yep. Canucks take another penalty. Working hole. Adiko. Dang it. Thanks, Russ. A bit of a fluke goal. Dumko. 3-0 USA. Good. Pachico Shilovs is Latvian. He's our teammate. Same with Bluger. I'll make him American when I marry him for his green card. D. Giuseppe. Oh, Brandstrom taking a hooking call. Big Hog, you're cheating? ? Sounds like you guys might have an open relationship, Big Hog. Canucks will be killing another power play here. Or Brandstrom takes a hooking call. Scramble draw. Then Suter collects the bouncing puck and gets it all the way down the ice. And Grubauer collects it on the corner boards. Canucks do well to start this penalty kill in the Seattle zone after a good faceoff win. Always. Big Hog, Trevor Linden smiling. Canucks control and get the puck all the way down to Grubauer again. Sherwood. Causing havoc. Seattle drops the puck. Beniers skates it in, rings it around the boards. Capocacco battling with Forbert. Myers collects the puck, battling in the corner. Tries to get it over to Heinen. Heinen now scrapping in the corner. Montour and McCann playing pass on the point. Beniers blocked by Tyler Myers, and the Canucks collect the blocked shot off of Myers and shoot it all the way down the ice. 46 seconds left to go in the power play for Seattle. Schwartz mishandles the puck. Soucy tries to get it up over the glass. Can't get it to go. Soucy throws a hit. Schwartz puts it back up to the half boards. Got Garland out there. Garland and Phil DiGiuseppe on the penalty kill. Shot blocked by Juleson. Garland collects the puck in the corner. Goes for a little skate, does a spin, and then loses the puck, so he can't get it out. Garland trying to kill some time, but ends up keeping the puck in the Canucks zone on the power play for Seattle. Shot gets blocked by Juleson. And then Brandstrom is out of the box. DiGiuseppe shoots it wide. The puck comes off the glass all the way to center ice. Seattle tries a pass into the Canucks zone, and it gets missed. The Canucks collect the puck. Forbert skates it out. DeBrusk puts it back to Forbert. Vassar tries to get a deflection to go. Can't quite get good contact with it, and the puck comes all the way into the Canucks zone. Vassar can't collect the puck again. All the bouncing puck kids. Miller blocks a pass. Rips it into the Seattle zone. Grubauer stops it behind his own net. Hoglander can't control and can't get it down low, which is not what you want to see. They're going to call Garland on a penalty. I think Garland just took a penalty on Sprong. He was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in so long, Spronger. Let me give you a hug." And then he hugged him, and Sprong's like, "Get off of me. You're not my teammate anymore." And then the refs called a penalty. And then Chico's like, "Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. A big hug. I want a house, a car, and our dog." No. Fine, no dog then. Successful PK by the Canucks. Plan to check in on the Oilers King game following Canadian NHL teams is fun, even when so many games on this weekend. Jazz 2-1 lack LA Kings. Rome, they played 27 minutes and the Canucks only have 8 shots. Come on, guys. That's the way the Canucks play. Whoa. Oh, I can breathe again. Sorry about that. You guys didn't need to see that. It is kind of the Canucks way. 8 shots, almost halfway through the game. Nick H. Garland just tackles a Kraken player. Why do the Canucks play so stupid? Because they hate us, Nick. The Canucks hate us. That's Kraken player was Sprong. Yeah, blowing the nose. Chico and I are both blowing our noses today. No, it was because Garland missed Sprong and he wanted to give him a hug because he's like, "I miss you, brother. I miss you, Spronger." Oh, let's see. Yeah, Connor Garland holding against Daniel Sprong. What the heck is that? Trying to make it look like an accidentally on purpose, and Garland just like takes his man down. It's all that crack in the air. Another power play. So Seattle has had 2 power plays so far and have still not taken a shot. Like a weird bounce off the glass, comes all the way down the ice. Canucks do what they did on both other power plays against them and got the puck cleared all the way down the ice to start. Suter drops it back for his defenseman. Canucks control. Susie puts it up to center ice. Bluger shoots it in. And Grubauer stops the puck behind the net. 13 minutes left to go in the second period. 1:24 left to go in the power play for the Seattle Kraken. Heinen puts it out to Tyler Myers. Kraken come in now 3-on-1. Ooh. Myers comes in, takes his man down after shooting off of a man's shin pads in the offensive zone while penalty killing, which is not a great thing to do. Shane Wright deflected out of play by Tyler Myers. So that they finally get a shot on net against the Canucks penalty kill. Stephenson. Yeah, there's the first shot. And Myers crushes his man in the corner. Just under a minute left to go in the penalty kill. Yep, Gary. It's all the crack in the air, says Big Hog. Hey, is that Sumi or Muck Muck in your avatar, Hachiko? And Hachiko's like, it's Sumi. Ah, I love those guys. Quachi was my fave. Yeah, Quachi's was everyone's fave. Quachi's the best. Tyler Myers calling the high stick for the refs. So that means the faceoff will come out of the zone. Best winter mascot. No one comes close except maybe the 2026 Weasels. Is that coming up? Have they already announced the Weasels? The 2010 Olympics were epic. I have a poster of the 2010 Olympic team. Haha, Weasels. I got to check that out. And get Rome has managed to put two of the same messages into chat somehow. It's magic. Cashing in on end of year luck game. Kako gets waved out of the draw. Mike Torrance hoping to cash in. Canucks win the faceoff. And Susie rips it all the way down into the Seattle zone. 28 seconds left to go in the Seattle power play. Sid's goal was of the all-time moments. Yeah. Iggy! Does everyone remember that? Iggy! McCann shot high and wide. Puck comes all the way to the blue line. Seattle manages to keep it in. 5 seconds left on the power play. Kako loses the puck momentarily, but manages to get the puck over. Susie gets hit in front. Connor Garland out of the penalty box. Shot, scores! Connor Garland makes up for his stupid penalty by scoring a goal. Vancouver takes the lead. 2-1. Woo! Kill another penalty. Connor Garland comes out. Kako loses the puck behind the net momentarily. And then shot goes way wide, hits Susie. And then Bluger rips it up to Connor Garland, who's streaking up the ice already. Partial breakaway. And then just slaps it right 5-hole on Grubauer. You love to see it. Go, 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 go. Big Hog. Go, 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 go. No dang. Go. Jazz says goal, 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 goal. Mohammed's like, Canucks score. No dang. Goals. And Jazz is like, goal, 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 goal. And then Mohammed's like, go, Canucks, go. And People's First Yukon is like, go, 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 go. And then Maroon's like, go la, go la, go la, go la. And then Gary Osmond, Garland should take more penalty more often. And then Mike Torrance is like, go, go, go. You love to see it. Bang. Gary Wiseman, being a millionaire doesn't get you far in Vancouver, so probably not. I'm an American and I still got to rewatch that goal occasionally. If the Canucks rename themselves to Vancouver Millionaires, will they win the cup? No. Gary Wiseman, the golden goal. You so funny. Thanks, No Dang. Connor, the Gargoyle Garland, and Scouts like, goal, Canucks glow. Goal, Canucks glow. Goal, Canucks glow. Goal, Canucks glow. Goal. Woo! Connor inside out dad Garland. Yeah, he does. He looks like the dad from Inside Out. Teddy Bluger charged from the World Junior Championship. Latvia win over Canada with a beautiful pass out to Connor Garland, who just slaps it 5-hole. You don't see a slap shot on a breakaway very often. You love to see it. Hashtag you love to see it. Canucks lead 2-1. Connor from the office Garland. If he has a daughter, he should name her Riley. He had a son recently and named it Quinton. Quinton. After Quinton Hughes. Suter battling in the corner. Halfway through the second period now. Seattle controlling again. Onto her shot. Demko with a save. Rebound comes out. Canucks clear it out. Hoglander skates it out to center. Chips it in. Garland goes in on the forecheck. Oh, that. And then Sassone does well the forecheck as well. They come up with it. Canucks control. Out to the point by Hoglander. Brancham with a shot. What a save by Grubauer on the rebound on Max Sassone. Oh, and the Canucks try and chip it out front. Can't get it to go. Grubauer with an acrobatic save there. Canucks are offside, so they'll have to clear it out. Probably get a change right now. BJ Novak and Connor Garland sound and look similar. Dakota Joshua sidesteps a hit. Wow. Does a good job to cut to the middle and get a good shot off by Grubauer. Closed the 5-hole this time and stops Dakota Joshua's beautiful rush to the front of the net. Garland is good at scoring 5-hole goals. Probably has a good view from his POV. Yeah. He's got that low angle. You can see right through him. Look him up. BJ Novak. I think I know who you're talking about. Do you guys think Connor Garland looks like this guy? I think his face looks longer than Connor Garland's. Luger over to Sherwood. Sherwood gets hooked, and that'll be a penalty against the Seattle Kraken. What do we think? Oh, you can't even see it. Does this guy look like Connor Garland? Huh. I don't know. Big hug. BJ Novak with mustache. Let's see if there's a picture of him with a mustache. What do you guys think? Connor Garland? Does this guy look like Connor Garland? Yeah. David W., I like the Canucks black skate jerseys, making them men in black, just not quite like the agents in that very movie. Laugh out loud. Oh, it's the office guy. Never knew his name. Sounds similar. Back to the bar. Novak has a smaller chin with more V shape. Yeah, his face looks a little longer, right? Whereas Connor Garland feels like it's a little shorter. But everything feels shorter on Connor Garland, I bet. Haha! Canucks only have 1 hit so far this period. After 14 hits in the first period, they only have 1 hit this period. What's happening? Well, they're going to the power play, so hopefully that can change some things. If you. No, they don't look alike. Okay, Realm agrees with me. They don't look alike. They do not look alike. Jamie Oleksiak taking a hook and call on Kiefer Sherwood. Canucks will go to their second power play of the game. And Oleksiak getting his stick right into Sherwood's hands. Yanni Gord and Kiefer Sherwood having a chat. Gord's so angry. Why are you so angry, Gord? Hey, Gord. Kiefer Sherwood's just having a laugh on the bench. That guy laughs a lot. Connor Garland without facial hair. I don't know if I see it. Connor Garland, BJ Novak. Connor Garland, BJ Novak. Maybe. I don't know, though. Canucks are now 20 seconds into their second power play and haven't been able to get control in the Seattle zone yet. Shots are 12-12. A gourd is a vegetable. Yep. Pumpkins are gourds, and what else are gourds? Canucks control in the offensive zone. No Quinn Hughes on this power play. Connor Garland down to JT Miller. JT Miller up high to Brandstrom. So it is Brandstrom. Brandstrom loses the puck, comes out to center ice. Guess we know who will play Garland in the Canucks biopic. Yeah, it'll be BJ Novak. Brandstrom down low to Miller. Miller in the faceoff dot. Besser loses the puck. Does well to get the puck back to Miller. And then Brandstrom collects the puck on the blue line. Puts it down low. DeBrusque trying to get the puck back now. And Seattle collects the puck and shoots it down the ice. 35 seconds left to go in the power play. The Canucks power play is not looking great right now without Quinn Hughes on it. You hate to see it. Bad take. Guys, sorry. It's not the worst take I've ever heard. $14 seconds left to go on the power play for the Canucks. Suter skates back out to center ice. Canucks were 1 for 2 on the power play. I don't even think they got a shot on that one. Offside. Lol. Sir Irvin, I'm reading Never Boring by Ed Willis right now. Is that a Canucks book? Never Boring. Never Boring, the ups and down history of the Vancouver Canucks. Oh, look at this. Don Shaughnessy covered the 2011 Stanley Cup final as a sports columnist with the Boston Globe, but freely admits he isn't familiar with the finer points of Canucks history. We can have some reading time. Back to the bar. Should be focusing on the game. But there it is. Never Boring. The up and down history of the Vancouver Canucks by Ed Willis. Could be an interesting read. Huh. Swerve and Irvin getting deep in on the Canucks content. Fascinating if you're a Canucks fan, but it reminds you of how comically sad our team history is. Yeah. We call it Canucks logic, right? What do we say? We get beat by backup goalies. We are the butt end of milestone goals for Hall of Famers. We get scored on by former Canucks. We beat good teams when we shouldn't. We lose to bad teams when we should. It's just chaos. I got that book for my B-Day. Haven't read it yet. The book goes right up to the end of the 23-24 season. That's cool. Big Hog, you got to get reading it, brother. You got to get reading it. The Cam Neely trade says, he says from Boston, that wasn't a good deal for you guys. Great. The one he remembers. On the subject of long-suffering fans, however, Shaughnessy is an expert. His book, The Curse of Bambino, was first published in 1990 and chronicles the tormented pursuit of a World Series championship by the Boston Red Sox after selling Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees. The book is aimed predominantly at Red Wings fans, a group of which I've been a proud member of since 1967, but it also tells the story of universal suffering and of the irrationally loyalty of sports fans, of persevering and clinging to hope when every fiber of their being tells them to give up on the lost cause for which they cheer. Does that strike a chord, Canucks fans? If it's all there, from the sale of Ruth, the game's greatest player before the 1920 season, to the near miss of the 1946 and 48, the glorious pennant year of 1967, which ended in a defeat, the 75 World Series, the 78 playoff loss to the Yankees, and Bucky effin' Dent, and the meltdown of the 86 when the Sox were 1 out away from winning the World Series and then lost to the New York Mets through an unthinkable series of events. Okay, back to the bar. We'll come back to this. Luger couldn't get a good shot on it. Grubauer makes the save. The scoreboard appears to be broken. Would have been off icing, but the Seattle Kraken beat us to the puck. Luger puts it behind the net. Soucy collects it. Soucy passes it over to Miller at center. Miller flips it out to Heinen. Heinen puts it over to Soucy. Soucy puts it across, and the Canucks score! Brock Besser! What a pass! Woo! Vancouver takes it and makes it 3-1. Woo! You love to see it. What a play. Good job, Canucks. Woo! Says Matt. Heinen makes it slow. Soucy waits. And then Brock Besser all alone in the faceoff dot. Nobody really covering him. And Soucy finds him with a beauty pass across the slot. And then Miller's like, Soucy, what is that? What a beauty pass. What a beauty pass. Brock Besser with his second goal of the game. Hachiko's like, goal. Big Hogs, bang. No dang, 3-1. And then Big Hogs like, goal. And then Big Hogs like, me too. And then Muhammad's like, Canucks score. And Noah Dang's like, goals. 13th goal of the season for Mr. Brock Besser. That's 2 goals this game. And that means he's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. So he's got 4 goals in his last 2 games. Quick maths. Jazz just sharted my pants. Brock, the broccoli, Brock star, Besser. Gary Wiseman, why can't the Canucks play like this normally? Seems like the Canucks need to be in difficult situations in order to play their best. Mike Torrance, goal. Muhammad, go Canucks, go. Carson C, I'm Quinn now. Look at me. I am Quinn now. Hoglander fans on his chance. Grubauer out, down. Hoglander couldn't get the puck to go past him. Canucks looking to take an even bigger lead, and Hoglander looking to end a giant drought. Desharnais does well to block that pass. Good pass out to Sasson. The Canucks are now offside. Bunch of crazy stuff happened at the blue line there. Whoo! Carson Soucy, I'm Quinn now. I think the scoreboard is still broken. Oh, and he almost got it to go too. He tried to flip it over him. Couldn't get it though. Grubauer sweeps his foot and keeps that puck out of the net. Oh my goodness. That's identity theft. Swerve and Irvin. Oh, never boring. I started on the chapter on the breakup between the Canucks and Trevor Linden as president. Noah Dang with the doggy in chat. Okay, 3:18 left to go in the second period. And so good, just so you guys know, I'm going to go right into the interview with Blue Line Hockey right at the start of the second intermission because it is a full 18-minute interview that I did with him. So we're going to get really quickly into it once the end of this period happens. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the second period here. In Vancouver, Seattle, 1. Vancouver 3. Did you know that in 2016, Dan Hughes vetoed a trade to Pittsburgh that would have sent Jake Getzel to the Canucks? Dan Hughes didn't want to play in Pittsburgh, apparently. Dan and Heinen gets to the front of the net. Rebound comes out. Suter couldn't get a shot off. Heinen on the half, trying to keep control of the puck. Gets it to the middle to the faceoff dot. Canucks do well to recover the puck. But Sherwood can't keep control of the puck. He gets it again. Skates out. Puts it up to the blue line for Brandstrom, who shoots it wide. Heinen collects the puck again. Tries to get it down low. Goes all the way down low to Bluger. Canucks doing well just to keep control of the puck in the offensive zone. Michael LeBlanc, trade rumors has Pettersson going to Habs for Caulfield. Is that what they're saying right now, Michael? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Canucks lose the puck and the puck, looks like a rugby game has broken out in this hockey game on the boards. Seattle puts it in. Demko stops it behind the net. Brandstrom up to Sherwood. Tries to go far side, but it gets blocked by Seattle and they carry it out. McCann skates it out to center. 4-on-2. Shot wide by Seattle. 1:17 left to go in the second period. Michael, I don't know how Canucks fans would feel about that. Cole Caulfield for Pettersson straight up. Tough for the Canucks, but Hughes had every right to do that. And given everything that he had gave to the Canucks, I'd say he'd earned it too. Yeah, he had the no trade clause. They gave him the no trade clause, so it is what it is. Sorviner gets an unknown at the time. Yeah. I'm drinking a drink, and I sure hope that these coconut pieces float in it are not mold. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. 36 seconds left to go. And Seattle has iced the puck with 35 seconds left to go in the period because they don't know the rules. They don't understand what's happening in this game. Oh yeah, good stick by Soucy to block that Stevenson pass. There's no guarantee that Getzel would have developed the same as a Canuck butterfly effect and all that. Yep. Pachico, I hope it's mold. Oh wow. I hope you get traded. Oh my goodness. So I finally have your stream synced up with the game. Very difficult to do. Yeah, I try and do countdowns. Maybe I'll do some more countdowns. Okay, 20 seconds left to go. Schwartz moving in. Pass out. Dropped on the half boards. Shot to the front. Deflected wide. 10 seconds left to go. Seattle controlling. Perfect. All right. So for the second intermission here, with over 10,000 subscribers and just over 1.4 million views, he's got 62 videos waiting for you to be watching. So without further ado, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the Blue Line Hockey here on Nothing is Perfect. We'll kind of start off where we always do with our new guests and just asking where your allegiance lies. What's your favorite hockey team?
I bleed blue and green, so Vancouver Canucks till I die, and I don't even care about any other Canadian team winning the cup. It doesn't matter to me unless it's Vancouver, so Canucks Nation until I die.
So then if you had to choose, who would you pick as your favorite Canucks player of all time?
That's a good question. Growing up, I never really was a type to idolize players, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Marcus Naslund. I did have his name in my childhood email address growing up. I feel like everyone has a silly email address growing up. So Naslund growing up, and then when I was a teenager, definitely the Sedins, and now I would say my favorite player is probably the greatest Canuck of all time, Quinn Hughes. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting easier and easier to give him that title already.
Yeah, it's his last year. I didn't think he'd be able to come out and have a season better than his Norris season, and now it's like he's lapping Cale Makar, which is 2 years ago I would think you'd be crazy to say that, but now I think he's the best defenseman in the league by a good margin over Makar.
Yeah, I'm having trouble convincing my regular who sits at my bar, who's an Avalanche fan, that that's the case now. But eventually, when Quinn Hughes wins the Hart and the Norris, I think he'll have to admit it.
Yeah, just give me a call when he's in there. I'll give him a little rundown.
Sounds good. So if you had to choose, then going back into the history of the Canucks, what would you say is your all-time Canucks favorite moment?
So it's actually changed this year, but growing up, this is a pretty rare one. Game 7 in 2007, Trevor Linden tipping it in from a Matthias Olin point shot against Marty Turco. That was his second to last season, and he was still scoring big goals in Game 7, 13 years after I was born, which is pretty impressive. And I met him recently, actually, at the Club 16.
Very cool.
And I told him that. I said, hey, my favorite Canucks moment of all time was when you scored against Dallas. And he said, oh, that's really funny. No one ever brings that one up, but my son has been asking me about that one recently. And he's obviously, everyone knows he's an awesome human being. He signed my jersey, got a picture with him. So that was neat. However, you'd be hard pressed to find a Canucks fan who's not going to say their favorite Canucks moment of all time is Brock Besser tying it up in Game 4 against Nashville recently. That was insane. Like, the whole third period, I was at my friend's house. We didn't talk. We were just like slowly sipping on our drinks, and we thought, okay, you know what? We got game 5 at home coming up. Tied series. We still best of 3. We still have home ice advantage, but Brock scores and then Lindholm in overtime. I think that's hard to top. It was surreal.
Definitely one of the greatest moments, one of the greatest performances by a goal scorer for sure, with Brock Besser tying that up. And even with the Nashville Predators hitting the post just before that too, made the drama even higher.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, people forget about Trevor Linden. I think the interesting thing I found about him is I Googled it, or I went on this website, StatMuse, which is great. I think he's tied for 6th highest points in Game 7s in NHL history with Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier.
That doesn't surprise me, and I use that website quite a bit. So I will endorse that website for any young hockey creators out there.
Yeah. You can. It's one of those ones you can pay for, or you can do it for free. But I mean, the stats you can get for free are good enough. You don't even have to pay for it. So it's a really good one.
Yeah, that Puckpedia, Cap Wages, Natural Stat Trick, and I'd say Money Puck are my go-to for like hockey stats.
Yeah, it's good to have resources like that.
Definitely.
So the name of the channel, the Blue Line Hockey, how'd you decide on that one?
It was between that and benders and beauties. So a bender in hockey is like someone whose ankles are just like you can't skate and they're just flexed out. And then my cousin was like, that might have a negative connotation, so you might want to pick something else. So I chose the blue line. I played forward growing up my whole life, and then I switched to defense. So it was kind of just like a natural, I'll just call it the blue line. Has like a kind of like a magazine, old school magazine vibe to it. So yeah, I chose that. I knew I wanted the word hockey in there, so it was obvious, like when you see the title, what you're gonna get in the video. So that's what I chose, Blue Line Hockey.
Yeah, I've kind of gone the opposite way, which essentially I had Nothing Is Perfect as most of my social media stuff. But obviously Nothing Is Perfect is a pretty common phrase. So that's why it's Nothing Is Perfect with a 0 as the O is a 0 and nothing, which I think the Gen Z kids like that, but
yeah,
it's definitely caused some issues. So having it with hockey your name is definitely a smart way to go.
Yeah, I came across your channel during the preseason. You were streaming, and the Canucks weren't streaming that game. Actually, they were.
They were.
I just couldn't find it on YouTube. And then I found your stream, and I wasn't sure what it was until I clicked on it. But now I'm glad I clicked on it.
Yeah. Well, it was good luck for me. It was I had just literally started streaming hockey games during the preseason, and it turned out the Canucks website had been giving a lot of people troubles. So I took it upon myself to take that content, put it right on YouTube, and luckily, since it was not anything on Sportsnet or any of the official partners, then there was no copyright issues on that because it was just coming through Canucks.com, and it blew up the channel a little bit, so that was good to have.
Yeah, you'd think a billion-dollar organization would have that figured out, right? And the amount of potato wedges they give you have to triple in the arena.
Yeah, I think we had people watching from Kyrgyzstan and Japan and South Korea, just like all over the world, people who just couldn't get their hands on the content. So we provided a service that day, and I benefited from it. So I'll take it as a win.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about being a YouTuber is the international reach. I'm not really popular in Russia right now. I made some comments about Gulag in Siberia, so I apologize for that. But Boston, I'm hated in Boston quite a bit because I made a video that was pretty biased about the 2011 finals. But what did you expect? I'm a Canucks fan.
It's been what has it been 13 years, and we're all still a little bitter about it. I'm still bitter about 94, and so what does that say about me?
Ages you a little bit, but
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you mentioned you played hockey. We've asked about your favorite Canucks moment of all time. Do you have a favorite moment in your own playing career?
Oh, that's a good question. I was never that good. I always played house hockey. But I feel there's one that sticks out. We won the house championship in Surrey in 2011. It was a pretty tight final. 1-0 game. My family came out. It was cool to win in front of them. You know, our coaches, I probably shouldn't say this, but they grabbed us some beers after, even though they will remain unnamed. Let's just say that. There's that, but also there's a tournament when I was younger. We were down like 3-0, semifinal of the tournament. My line mate and I just decided to put the team on our back. I scored 2, he scored 2, including the game winner, and that was a pretty awesome moment coming back from down 3-0. So those are the 2 that stand out.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think it's fun when we have people on here that have also played the game, because some people never got the chance to do that. But it's always good to hear what everyone else experienced playing growing up and stuff like that. And it's funny because my co-host on the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow is my old defensive partner from back in the day when we played roller hockey out in Langley. So it's kind of fun how that all works out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I mean, it was roller hockey, so I was a defenseman, but really I wasn't a defenseman. He was back there trying to make sure nobody could score on us while I was running around behind the other team's net.
Oh, you were a rover pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to bring that position back, the rover.
Yeah.
I feel like Quinn Hughes is a rover, though. He's not really a defenseman. He's not really a forward. I mean, he's more of a defenseman, but he can do it all.
Yeah, they might have to bring back the old international ice if they want to add another person to the rink, I think.
Yeah, sure.
So what was the inspiration behind starting your channel on YouTube?
Ooh, that's a good question. Long story short, I wasn't really happy with I was working a labor job. Didn't like it. I was working 2 jobs, actually. Wasn't really happy with where I was in life, and I knew that I had a passion for the sport, and I always wanted to get into hockey media in some capacity. I just didn't want to go the formal route of doing the 2 years in school for the diploma, BCIT, or anything like that. So I felt at the time YouTube was my best option. A lot of trial and error, but eventually I got my channel part of the YouTube partner program. And I'd slowly just been chipping away, refining my content. And now I feel like I'm at the point where I love what I do. I love doing it. It's not full-time yet. I still have other loose ends that I need to tie up. But pretty much came out of a dissatisfaction with where I was in life, but also like a passion, real passion for hockey. It's one of the things that's from my childhood is still everlasting. You know how like you're a kid, you love like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z or anime or like video games and things like that. Mm-hmm. For me, the only thing that's been constant is hockey and my love for the sport, and I've been able to capitalize on that. And you know, I haven't really looked back, and really excited about the content that's coming up here in 2025. I just graduated recently, so I will be putting out regular content. I had a little 5 to 6 week break there, but really excited moving forward now.
Yeah, I did notice there was because obviously if you check out the channel, like I said, you got 62 videos on there that are available. Most of it started off being Canucks stuff, but I did notice in the last few months, there was a shift towards more historical documentaries about different events that have happened in hockey. in various like international and even in Canucks history. What caused that change to a kind of a different breed of content creation?
I have a cousin actually who he's advised me on certain things, content and whatnot, topics, and he suggested to me, hey, like you should try like a longer format type of video, because I was making a lot of like 4 or 5 minute videos reacting to, let's say, the news or games or free agency as well. And they were doing all right, but he advised me, if you want to take your channel to the next level, try doing like an iceberg kind of video.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was the first true long format video I did. It was about the Canucks and the Boston Bruins finals. So I started off, it was iceberg style. So just start off with the tip of the iceberg, what everyone knows, and you go deeper and deeper, eventually till I got to the 4th level of the iceberg, into the abyss, which was all the conspiracies about, you know, Tim Thomas and the illegal pads and the fixes in. And I kind of like went back and studied like case law and the judge's ruling, and I kind of break down how no, he wasn't cheating. And I just enjoyed that entire process, the creative process, the research, coming up with a story, writing it, recording it. But also I was like utilizing resources that I have access to. I was using like my university database to go back and look at old books and old cases and like newspaper articles, and the whole process was really fun. And also it really resonated with the viewers. So after that, I kind of decided to pivot towards long form content, keeping people entertained. I feel like I have a decent radio voice too, so I can hold people's attention for about 20-25 minutes. And then obviously being a patriot, I love my country as well. So and now we got international hockey coming up, so I thought I'd prime people with some old school stories about the Soviets and how they beat us and how we lost in 98 and 06 and how we can learn from all of that and move forward. Yeah. So Team Canada, Canucks, that's probably the type of content you'll see on my channel moving forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's any example of why you're a good guy to watch, because you can prove that you're unbiased, is from your video about the 96 Olympics, where you said Trevor Linden probably shouldn't have been on that team. And as a Canucks fan, to say that, it shows that you really do have a finger on the pulse of what the reality is of the situation. Regardless, like me, I'm the crazy person who says that he deserved to be on the first line because I'm a little obsessed with Trevor Linden.
Yeah, I really put my neck on the line when I said that, because he actually scored the tying goal against the Czechs in the semis. So that was quite the statement to make.
Yeah, it's funny because it's one of those situations where he really didn't do all that much throughout the entire tournament until that one moment where he ties the game up and sends it to overtime. And that's when the opportunity for Crawford to have Gretzky sitting on the bench for the shootout really came out.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you've seen my 06 video. I just came out a couple days ago. I did criticize Gretzky for choosing Bertuzzi to be on that team. He shouldn't have been anywhere near that roster, to be honest. Him, Chris Draper. I criticized the selection of Shane Doan, even though he scored in the final against the Finns in the World Cup in 04. So yeah, sometimes I put my neck out there, but I think that's the good thing about my channel. I don't really take the safe route.
Yeah, exactly. No, we appreciate the honesty when it comes to that kind of thing. So
thank you.
So we've got a minute here before we got to get back into the game. How are you feeling about the Canucks in general so far this season, this tumultuous season, I'll call it?
In a minute, it's hard to summarize all of that in 1 minute. So I would gladly come back on the channel another day.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, number one issue, they need to get a top 4 defenseman. Mm-hmm. It's obvious. I think right now, obviously, Marcus Pettersson is week to week. Maybe you can get him on a cheap trade. I don't even think you need to throw in first. I feel like a Höglander in a second, Höglander in a third, and a B-level prospect should be able to do it. But then again, Pittsburgh's on a run right now, so they kind of, they're 6-3-1, so they think that they have a chance to make the playoffs. So they might be foolish to keep him. Provorov is going to be controversial amongst the fans, and I don't want to give him $7 million over the course of like 7 years moving forward. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure about him, but I think what's going to happen is they're going to surprise us. They're going to find someone like the way they found Philip Bronik, someone completely off the radar. They're probably, I think Höglander is gone. They've kind of like, they don't want to pay him 3x3 after this season. So it'll be Höglander and someone for a top 4 defenseman. And then the team will, then you have a better sense of what this team is really like. And then Roenick comes back as well. But the key is they got to get production out of Pettersson and Miller again. It's if those guys put the drama aside, like everyone has coworkers that they don't like. That's not an excuse not to perform. And Pettersson, obviously with his tendonitis, it's still bugging him because he should be a guy that's on pace for like 110 points, and he's not even point per game right now. And yeah, it's down the middle, and it's one more top 4 defenseman, and then you can really criticize this team. But for right now, they're kind of just holding their head above water.
Yeah, when I've been chatting with my co-host Dustin, that's just the constant. Like, we don't know who this team is at this point because there's been so much change in the lineup all season long. Dakota Joshua wasn't in to start. Demko's just getting back. Now Hronik's out until probably February, if not longer. So it has been really hard to get a finger on the pulse as to what this team is and what they're capable of. But with everyone now back in health, we essentially have the forward core that we're going to have. So I agree with you completely. Top 4 defensemen, Hronik gets back healthy, and then at that point, we can really judge this team for who they are for the season.
Yeah, plus there are positives. I know I just came off pretty negative, but look at Sherwood. He's going to be great in the playoffs. You got Lankinen backing up Demko if anything happens to him. Myers looks decent. Soucy's rounding into form as well. I don't trust Juleson in the playoffs. I think he's just seeking out hits, so they might want to address that maybe with a guy like Cole McWard, see what you have in him in the AHL. But yeah, once Hronik is back, add another defenseman, then we'll see at the trade deadline where this team is at.
Cool. Awesome, brother. Thank you very much for joining the show today. And like I said to everyone watching, make sure you go check it out. I've got a link in the description. And like you said, we'll have you on again sometimes. We can do some more breakdown for the Vancouver Canucks.
Awesome. It was a real pleasure. Thanks for having me. And I'll gladly come back around.
Look at that. The blue line hockey. Perfectly timed. Puck's about to be dropped on the third period. Third period is underway. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. Come here, Darberton. Come here. You had your lunch now. Come and say hello. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Dobby just had his lunch. Oh, now he's kicking the mic. Welcome to the show, Dobby. Would you like to thank Major Tao for $2 for your college fund? Major Tao says, how we looking? Just got off work. Gonna donate $2. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're such a little fuzzy boy, huh? There you go. Is that a better way to sit here? Thank you, Major Tao, for the $2 dono. We appreciate you. Thought I'd start you guys off the third period with some Dobby action. Because he's such a nice boy. You're such a sweet boy. He's in scrounge mode. As we know, Dobby likes to eat his lunch and his dinner and then go and scrounge. Oh, he's such a fuzzy boy, huh? Okay, you can go. Okay, have a seat. It's a short Dobby visit today. Dobby. Hi, Dobby. Just kicking it. Zoe says hello. Hello, Zoe, from Dobby. The blue line hockey. The guy is a real fan. Yep. Swerve and Irvin. That was an underrated game 7. Also, they randomly wore their stick rink jersey for that game, at least for the CCM variant. Yeah. When they had that as their third jersey, I believe. Hey, Dobby. Dobby, come here. Come on. Don't go in the kitchen. You're not allowed in there. Have a lay down. Oh, I got Dobby hair in my nose now. Likewise, Rome. How are you? How was your Christmas, Swerve and Irvin? It was good, thank you. Turkey spent time with parents and family. Montreal shutouts Florida at home. What the heck? Should I start a Canucks channel, Major Tao? Yeah, why not? What would you call it? Swerve and Irvin, super busy, but when we finally sat down to eat turkey, it was worth it. Big Hog Hockey 4-0 USA. Major Tau, yes. Big yes. I think I'll stick with stick and balls. Yes, Major. Ha ha ha. What about Major takes hockey? Canucks roulette? I like that one, Gary. Because the Canucks, you never know what you're going to get. So it's like playing roulette. Dobby, why are you such a weirdo? Major Tau, whoa, Insight gets sued from infringement, bro. Yeah, can you imagine? Jake's Takes Hockey would be so mad. Gary has a Major's 2 favorite things. I might. Full House Hockey. I like that one too. Haha, Sticks and Balls. Bitter Herb. Gary has been sub Zoe. Welcome, Zoe. Major Tau, peace, check. I'm Major in Canucks. I like that. I major in Canucks. Stick, goal, dolphin, octopus. I guess that's dolphin. That's orca and kraken, right? Yeah, no. Good job, Dobby. Way to lay down. Nice. First, second, third. Chaos Canucks. That's snowboarding, sledding, hockey, goal. Fourth, 21st, fifth, last. If you want to be first, you must be a servant of all, says Zoe. Maybe I'll call it Religion and Politics Canucks Daily. DeBrusk scores! Jake DeBrusk gets sprung on a breakaway and rips it in over the goaltender, Grubauer. Canucks take it 4-1 lead. Myers puts it up to Miller, and Miller just chips over to DeBrusk, and DeBrusk puts it right over the blocker. Miller with a good little pass over, and DeBrusk is behind the defense, all alone in, makes it 4-1 for the Canucks. Woo! Hachiko, go. I'm Major in Canucks. 4-1, says Noah Dang. Big Hog Hockey, bang! And then Mike Torrance is like, woohoo! Off the chain, Canucks says, Zo! Gola, says Rome. Pete and Hughes should get sick more often. Gary Wiseman making everyone laugh. Pete and Hughes. Oh, look at that. Major Tau gifting a sub, and it actually works. David Butler, my coworker, getting a free gifted sub. Thank you, David, for watching from the shadows. We appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Major Tau, for donating a membership. Thank you. Dobby appreciates you too. Jake the Snake DeBrusk bangs his big hug. Go. Santa. Major Tau, don't know hype. Canucks score again. Goal. Dakota Joshua and the Seattle Kraken are complaining, but the Canucks have scored to make it 5-1. We're still talking about that other goal, the 4-1 goal, and all of a sudden they make it 5-1. Let's see. Dakota Joshua may have punched this into the net. Let's see where it hit him. I think that might have been stick. Elbow? They're discussing. We may never lose again. Go. Build immunity. Yee, Major. At Rome. Must. So the call on the ice was no goal. So now they're going to review it. Customs as Zoe bangs his big hog hockey. Dak is back. Floodgates are open. Are you kidding me? Wow. 5-1, says Zoe. DeBrusk has been a godsend. Yep. Wow. Dak is playing soccer. Cool. Tacoma Joshua. He's a truck. I like that one. Huh. Yeah, so they're calling it no goal. Unfortunate. Oh, I just took away Seattle's goal. That's not the right one. Okay, it's only 4-1. Nucks dominating a bottom feeding team. They're so back. Yeah, we are so back, Barbershop. Look at that. Great to see. Too bad. I told you I would make it happen. Did Dax score with his face? No. Swear jar, swear jar. What are they challenging? It's a review. Yeah. So no goal. It did not hit his face. It hit his shoulder. Seattle controls. Too evil. Major Tau swearing and scoring. Goal called back, but we're still winning. Yep. Not sure what the issue was. So the issue was it hit him right here. He went like this, and the puck hit him right here. No goal, says Big Hog. Now we got to get 2 more immediately. Can't score with your shoulder. I think it was because it was his arm. If it would have been like here, they probably would have been fine with it. But because it hit him like here, the punching motion, that's probably why. That's okay. We got game. That's okay. We got game. Expect us. It's a bit more like Swedish roulette. Yep. Canada also is having a goaltending crisis. We need to start producing elite level goaltenders again. Yep. We do. The Blue Line Hockey, great segment and insights. Yeah, he's a very smart guy. We're going to have him on again. We'll do it live next time. So we'll have him on during the second intermission to break down the game. Everybody loves that dog. Yep. Dobby, look at that face. Major Tau, Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. That Blue Line Hockey, thanks for having me on. Thanks for being here, Blue Line Hockey. Didn't see you in chat there. I appreciate you stopping by to see the interview, brother. Major Tau, Dobby, Dobby. Mike, my guy. If Latvia had played USA first and Canada second, do you think it would have helped Canada's chances? Yes. Yes, I do. You think Seattle can win this one? Thoughts on Sasson's game so far? He's doing what he does. Forechecking well. Drew a penalty to start the game. Ogie doby. No, you don't. Yes, we do. Canucks fan 94 wants to start producing Canadian goaltenders. And then she goes like, no, you don't. Directed at Canucks fan 94. Canucks Russian roulette. Rome. Canucks fan 94 agreed global goaltending talent has surpassed Canada's talent pool in recent years. One of the other things is obviously the Canucks goalie of right now is supposed to be a guy who's currently on trial for sexual assault. So, yeah. So that's why illegal forward motions is big, Major Tau. Big Hog updating us 5-1 USA leads. JT Miller in the corner, puts it out front. Bruss couldn't get a stick on it though. Miller back up to the point. Back down behind the net to DeBrusk, who misses the puck. Schwartz puts it back into the corner. DeBrusk comes in and gets him. Bastard as well to take the puck off of his player. Miller and Bastard playing pass. Bastard shoots it high and wide, right out of play. 2 points for the 2-point conversion. May I start making Canucks content on YouTube? Yeah, maybe you should, Canucks fan 94. Let's get him on live next time. Good guess at Blue Line Hockey. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. And he was actually here watching. I didn't even notice amongst all the chaos in chat. The Blue Line Hockey. I saw his comment somewhere in here. Where is it? Yeah. Carter's got my heart. No, he's got a trial to face now. No necromancers. We don't want any necromancers in here. Is Davi about to have another nap? Oh my God, dog. Is that all you do? Too evil. So Canucks lead 4-1. No goal on the Dakota Joshua punching goal. Everyone loved the interview with the Blue Line Hockey. So like I said, if you haven't checked him out yet, make sure you do so. The Blue Line Hockey. Got a link in the description. He's got some really good videos. He's got a couple good ones that came out with about Mark Messier's time in Vancouver. And he's also got a good one that came out about what's his face? Mike Keenan's time in Vancouver. So if you want to get a little more insight into why Canucks fans hate those guys, then you can do so. Ha! You hate to see it. No goal. Have the Kraken Canucks game on mute with that game not close 4-1, unlike the Oilers Kings one, tied 3-3 with a bit over 15 minutes to go in the third period. Two Pacific Division rivals facing each other there. Joshua puts it to the corner. Puts it up to Brandstrom. Out to the front. Sassone knocks it down and then loses the puck. Desharnais back checking, getting the puck out of the Canucks zone. Sassone brings it back in, gives it over to Desharnais. Weird puck bounce off the boards. Dakota Joshua dumps it in. 13 minutes left to go in the third period here. I like your beverage glass today. You're welcome. Isn't that cool? Star Trek Next Generation. And then it's got the Starfleet symbol on there. Major Tau sub to at Blue Line Hockey. Yeah, he's got some international videos out about Canada at various international turnouts. Larson drives the puck into the Canucks zone. Myers tips it to Sassone. Puck all the way out to center. And Heinen dribbles it in. Bluger comes in on the forecheck. Heinen in the corner as well. Get the puck out to Soucy at the point. Soucy over to Juleson. Juleson fakes a slap shot. Soucy puts it to the front of the net. Grubauer gets his glove on the puck and gets a whistle. News update. Go Kings, says Major Tau. Leviticus 23:31. Go Oilers, says Barbershop Window. Next. We doing Bible verses a day, Sister Zoe? You a Trek fan, Russ? I am an obsessed Trek fan. I love Star Trek. Yes, it is apple juice. Apple juice. Just some nice chilled apple juice here. In my Star Trek The Next Generation glass, which I got from my mother-in-law. It's not Sunday yet, says Gary Wiseman. Every day an hour is Jesus Day, says Zoe. Yes, Rome. I love Star Trek. I'm obsessed with Star Trek. I've been watching it ever since I was young. My dad used to watch Next Generation when I was younger. And I have obsessively watched it ever since. Ironically, I've never watched the entire first series. Barbershop Window, Oilers, question mark? Yeah, Major Tau Barbershop is not a Canucks fan. He is a Canucks troll. He comes here to give us hell. And to tell us how terrible we are. The Spanish call him Jesus. Yep. What's it? Is it Brazil where they have the giant Jesus? That like huge statue of Jesus? I go to Kings games, so I definitely root for them over the Oilers. Yep. Which makes sense since you're from there. Hoglander comes out with a puck somehow. Hoglander loses both of his men. Myers at the point. Forbert on the point. Sassone tips it, but just wide. Hoglander did well to get to the front of the net and then pass the puck I don't know why he didn't shoot that. Sasson collects it, shoots it into the far corner. Canucks in on the forecheck. Dakota Joshua disrupts the play. And then Seattle comes out with it again, though. Can you put God in a box? God is capable of anything. So if God wanted to go in a box, he could. I think, right? Canada's teams, Oilers. Canada's team. The dark day when Oilers become Canada's team. But in Vancouver, we're never Canada's team. Even when it was Boston versus Vancouver, everybody was cheering for Boston instead. Miller giving the referee an earful for getting in the way. Gary Wiseman, I don't know, but you can definitely put Jack in a box. No legs in a box. Ooh, Rome also likes Star Trek. What's your favorite Star Trek series, Rome? What is your favorite Star Trek series? Some people swear by Next Generation. Some people love the original series. Some people swear by Voyager as their favorite series. 9 minutes left to go in the third period. Canucks lead 4-1. Beniers gets cut off by Tyler Myers. Forbert gets it to the corner. Luger chips it out to center ice. Dude, I would even root for Calgary over the Oilers. I probably would too at this point. Major, should we ban Barber? No, you don't. No, don't ban him. He hasn't said anything offensive. You are allowed to have opinions that are not pro Canuck in this chat. You don't need to ban him. But we did ban him when he made disparaging comments about JT Miller. So if he does that, then you can, but don't. Nothing is impossible with Elohim. Next. I don't know about any Star Trek. The only thing I saw on the glass was the guitar pick in the circle. Yeah. Wheedly, 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 wheedly. So Rome is old school. Nothing is perfect. The original series and Next Generation is a close second. Yeah, isn't that weird, Rome? I've never watched I haven't seen all of the original series episodes. My screen name is a character from DS9. Roma Teaklin? Any anti-Canuck is my enemy. Barbershop window is the troll we love. Yep. Sometimes I enjoy watching Canadian teams get beat. It's a thing. That's fair enough. Roma Teaklin. Is that a Roma Teaklin? I'm just going to Google it. Huh. Rome, which character are you named after in Star Trek? I feel like DS9 might be my favorite Star Trek series of all time. Max, move the puck out. $8:11 left to go in the third period. It's spelled Remataclan. Remataclan. Oh, one of the Jem'Hadar, eh? This is what Rome is named after. This guy right here. See this weird looking guy? He is a Jem'Hadar. Ramada clan was a Jem'Hadar soldier bred for combat during the Dominion War. Very cool, Rome. My bad, Gary. Krampus. Big Hog Hockey, did you hide Gary Wiseman, bro? Misclick? Yeah. He's a Jem'Hadar soldier. Ah, copy that. Gary Wiseman, Go Oilers, Canada's team. Gary Wiseman is in on the troll. I wonder if Barbershop and Gary are the same person. Dubby. Dubby, come here. Come on, you little fluffy boy. He's out in the kitchen up to no good. And Major's like, no! Swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. And Gary Wiseman was just like, ha 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 ha. Seattle controlling. Shots are now 20-20. Juleson cuts off his man from going to the front of the net. JT Miller battling on the boards. A rugby game breaks out. Schwartz shot low. Susie blocked. Oh, Kako lost the blade. Now he's going back to the bench. Capo Kako getting home. Those new skate blades, they just pop right out. Romulus. Yep. Romulus blew up in that Star Trek movie. Do you remember that? I know you're trolling me, bro. Says Gary. Says Matt. Major Tau. Gary Wiseman's getting under Major Tau's skin. .6:18 left to go in the third period. Canucks lead 4-1. Seattle intercepts it, skates it out center ice. Pass deflected right to Demko, and he does well to stop that one from going into the net. Montour gets shot off, blocked by Forbert. So two Canucks defensemen getting that block. Do I like the Edmonton players, though? Absolutely. Just have to hate stick ready for the Oilers. Lame attempt at a wave in the arena. Was there someone trying to start a wave in the Rogers Arena? Joshua puts the puck behind the net. D. Giuseppe loses the puck. So Sassone tries to get it out to the front of the net to D. Giuseppe. Joshua puts it off the back of the net. Seattle does well to battle it away from behind the net, but can't get it to go. D. Giuseppe gets it back up to Joshua, who puts it back down to Sassone. D. Giuseppe comes in, can't get the puck behind the net. Spider Pig, Spider Pig. And then Big Hog's like, wave. Wave. Lanky Hattie, my bad, I'm so late. Big Hog's like, wave. Demko deflects the puck into his own net. Seattle's make it 4-2. You hate to see it. Let's see the goal here. I think it went Juleson in. Demko was not happy about that one. And nothing is perfect. Do you think we're in a Matrix universe powered by the Borg, bro? Yes. I believe it. I believe it. Safe to say Demko has resumed the starter position. Yeah. And then he let that one in. It's not great. Zoe, Dolphin, goal. Yeah, Demko's looking good. Man, Seattle are a terrible team. Hachiko goal. Upset. Mike Torrance, interesting goal, an ugly one by Demko, 5-hole style. I don't think that went in 5-hole there. David W. Dope! At David W. Square jar. 4:20 left to go in the third period. 4:20, bro. DeBrusque hounding his man in the Seattle zone. Gets it to go way deep. Still hounding his man. Good forecheck. Separates his man from the puck. Gets it out to Branstrom at the point. Branstrom gets it down low to the half boards. Now you got Suter fighting for the puck. Branstrom knocks it up to Suter. Passes it off to Hoglander, who gets it to go down low, which is good to see. Passes over to Garland. Garland puts it back down to Hoglander. Hoglander puts it out front to Suter, but his shot gets blocked. Hoglander gets it down low to Garland. Garland puts it over to Suter, but Seattle's defenseman slides across and blocks the pass. Hoglander recovers the puck again. Susie, shot, deflected by Suter, but it didn't get to the front of the net. Canucks now are down 6-5 as Seattle has pulled their goalie early. 3 minutes left to go in the game, and they've pulled their goalie. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Jakes takes hockey. Did I miss much? Nah, you didn't miss anything, man. Nothing really happened. Although Major Tao's trying to steal your name. Major Tao's going to start a hockey channel called Majors Takes Hockey. Sure tries to get it to the middle for Heinen, but couldn't get it to go. Canucks forechecking with an empty net. Brock Besser comes over the boards. Seattle's net still empty. Yeah, Gary hasn't. Yeah, 90% of the game, laugh out loud. Powered by Futurama reruns, maybe. Jake Takes Hockey. I tried to come home at 1, but got killed at work. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I know how that goes. Gary Wiseman, there's a football college game sponsored by Snoop Dogg. Laugh my ass off. That's funny. Yeah, they reneged a Canucks goal, swear jar. Jake, says Big Hog Hockey. DeBrusque chips it towards the empty net, off the side of the net. But he managed to get past center, so no icing. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Major Tao, Jake Takes Hockey. We were discussing the connection between the Borg and the Matrix. Literally. Hog! David, before I go, I'd like to thank Paragolfer Pro for the membership gift. Oh, wow. Canucks fall asleep. And Seattle's made it 4-3. 72 seconds left, and the Canucks have given up a goal. Thanks for thanking him. Hachiko, well, Gary, Snoop is into sports. Hachiko, I'm pretty sure Snoop tried to buy the centers at one point. Yeah. Oh no, Juleson just put it right to the middle, and then Susie just gave it away. Done all alone, gets a shot. Jake Major is making a channel called Major Takes Hockey. David W, yeah, the streamers will be happy today, no doubt. Major, I support this. Jake, it was my idea, says Big Hog. Jake Stakes, very good guys, laugh out loud. We're in talks with the legal team over here. Jake Stakes Hockey, I'll have to get my lawyer. Isn't someone a lawyer here? Yeah, Drew, the king of the mods, is a lawyer. But he is not currently in chat because he is hosting he's hosting his in-laws this weekend. So he's not able to be in chat, but he stopped by earlier to say hello. Mike Torrance, ugh, oh, hell nah. Gary Wiseman, I represented myself in traffic court once. Does that count? Yep, good enough, Gary. Jake Takes Hockey. I'm scared. Actually, no, can it go to overtime so I can watch one more game? Laugh out loud. Jake, be careful what you wish for. Jake's your bad luck. No, necromancers are not lawyers. Yes, I'll be your attorney, Jake. Jake's fault. Rome, Canucks always got to do things the hard way. Yep. Major Town. Boo, Seattle. Yeah, the Canucks do like to do things the hard way. So face-off is at center. So Grubauer's back in net. You lawyers should free Fuji. Justice for Fuji. Hashtag justice for Fuji. I don't think we're ever getting Fuji out of jail. Joshua tips it into the Seattle zone, trying to prevent Seattle from pulling their goalie. Seattle rips it into the Canucks zone. Forbert leaves it in the corner. Suter comes in but can't get the puck. And then Seattle just scored. Jake. Let's just pull this up here. Let's just... Actually, no. Can it go to overtime so I can watch more game? The Canucks are just standing around. Yeah, no doubt reminiscing of the last game. Zoe, don't forget the hit and run in the crosswalk. Jake takes hockey. I got to go back to work in a couple hours crying. Don't put what back up there, Jake's takes? What do you mean, Jake's takes? You don't want me to put what on the screen? Jake just got it. Oh my God. We had a 2-0 lead. It's gone. Yep. We don't have jurisdiction where they keep Fuji. Chico, oh hell no. Jake, get out of here. 4-2 Canucks. Nope. Burke. Ban Jake. Wow, 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 wow. What a joke, says Leah Herring. Ha ha. Stop, says Jake Stinks Hockey. It is 4-4. Rome, Major Tau, Fuji had to get himself in trouble where no one can help. Mohammed, damn it. Slaughterer. Canucks are just hoping for overtime. Jake, you caused this. This is embarrassing, says Canucks fan 94. Yep. Connor Gale, it's time to send those useless sacks of crap in the defense out the door. The problem is there is no one else to replace him with. There's no one else to replace them with. 17.2 seconds left to go in the third. It is suddenly a tied game at Rome. Hachiko crying session in the locker room right now. Everyone is free to join. I feel sorry for Besser, Garland, Suter, and Sherwood, etc. Luke Flyswatter, what the hell? I go away and now it's tied. Hemorrhoids. Yeah, this game is giving me hemorrhoids. They should when the trade window opens up in the new year. Yep. Trying to start a rugby game in the corner before the game ends. Sherwood blocks the shot. Yanni Gord once again getting into it with Heinen. They definitely need hashtag you hate to see it. Rome, you got that right. Hashtag you hate to see it. Susie Myers DNA, get them out. Connor Cahill does not like Susie Myers or Desharnais. Oh my goodness. Why are we in overtime? Canucks came into that period 4-1. Could have been 5-1. Jake's, I literally came home to watch the Canucks blow it, laugh my ass off. Do you think we could have had it been 5-1? Hachiko, I'll see you there. Crying session. And Juleson, send him off also. That's 4 of our 6 defensemen currently. Connor, unfortunately. Jubilees. Hashtag Jake's fault. Hashtag you hate to see it. Let's hope they do better in this overtime than they did in the last one. Because we all remember what happened in the last overtime game. They barely got it underway, and then they shat the bed, and the Canucks lost in overtime. And Zoe's like, take off, you hosers. Take off, you hosers. Good call, Zoe. Noah Dang's like, no. Management will look at this carefully. Yep. Our D needs to be retooled. Hughes, Hronek, and Brancham can stay. Everyone else is gone. Replace them with 4 better defensemen. That'll do just fine. Jake takes, I'm scared. Noah Dang's heads explode, and then he's crying. We're all in shock. Noah Dang. So we got Miller, Brancham, and Besser to start. Susie, wow. And Rum's like, oh boy. And let's get this overtime underway. Canucks lose the faceoff. Is Hughes and Pettersson out, by the way? Yeah. Hughes and Pettersson are out. Yep. What the heck? Yeah, they're both hurt, bro. Seattle controlling. Miller getting walked. Backhander high and wide. Seattle recollects the puck. Skates it out to center. Changing. Vassar causing havoc. Going for a change now. Canucks almost got a too many men on the ice call. On tour. Now the Canucks collect the puck. So they have possession of the puck for the first time. And then a wild pass out to center. Rather than playing it smart, they take a wild stab up the middle. Hashtag swear jar overflow. It hurts. And then Major Tao putting the swear jar donation in there. Thank you, Rome, for the $1 dono for the swear jar. Rome. Major Tao dono hype! Oh my goodness. Major Tao, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Face off in the Seattle zone. Hughes Suter taking it, wins it. Garland takes it, skates over the blue line, keeping it in the zone. Then he skates out to center ice, waiting for the Suter to get back on side. Wait, it's tied, laugh out loud. Wasn't it 4-1? Yeah, it was. It was. Garland can't control that pass. Seattle takes control. Sherwood and DeBrusk are out there. Seattle carrying into the Canucks zone. No, they decide not to. Turn around. Dope! 3:24 left to go in the overtime period. Done. Skating over towards the blue line. Kako passes it down to the corner. Susie watches his man. Seattle just dumps it all the way back to Grubauer in their own zone. Very exciting stuff here in this 3-on-3 overtime. Myers knocks his man down, skating in, partial break, waiting for some help. Oh, and he passes it back past Miller, and now it's a 2-on-0 breakaway. Chaos Giraffe. Oh, BC Born, you're right. This team, oh my gosh. Brutal. Nucks are bad. Yep. Lost. OMG. Hey, Jake, you happy that it went to overtime? They have a full meltdown, says Luke Flyswatter. Crap. Clutching defeat with the jaws of victory. Yep. 4 goals in 7 minutes for the Seattle Kraken. Canucks absolutely fall to pieces. Brutal. How did they lose that game? How is that even possible? Oh. Let's get Dustin on here. I need Dustin in my life. Dustin, you just put a whole bunch of swear jars in the chat. What's up with that?
That's just how I feel right now. What's up with you?
Oh, you know, same old. Rome puts it in hashtag you gotta laugh. Yeah, we're laughing.
Yeah, I'm laughing to hide my tears.
Oh my gosh. Is that the biggest blow up you've seen in the Canucks this entire season?
Oh, for a meltdown, yeah. 4-1 with 5 minutes to go. Yikes.
Brutal.
To be fair, the first 2 goals weren't Demko's best work.
Yeah.
Goal 1, a softie. Goal 2, cheating off the post, goes in off the back of his head. Oh my goodness. But then the breakdowns at the end, that's where the guys on the blue line got to step up. And normally Hughes would have been out there in a lot of those, on a couple of those shifts that Seattle was able to bury them at the end there. And then in overtime as well, not having Hughes, Myers with a golden opportunity and then goes full chaos draft, passes it to nobody and gives a 2-on-0 back the other way. Like, get a shot on net and let your guys try and get a rebound or something. Don't go for the hero move when you are not that guy. Like, Myers is not the guy to be trying to set up a beauty play in overtime. Just shoot the puck, keep it simple. And they stopped keeping it simple. They sat back, let Seattle push the play. And this is the result. Juleson and Susie on the 4-3 goal, completely boneheaded play, and just a lack of push to continue to drive the play, which we had been controlling basically the entire game, until that call of the 5th goal was called back on Joshua, and then it just kind of changed. And I don't know what what happened to our attitude on the bench, but for a team that had been struggling to score, was on a 5-game losing streak, you have them on the ropes and you let them do that. That's just pretty inexcusable, in my opinion, as an NHL club.
The shorty said 5 goals in the last 7 minutes of playing time against the Canucks there.
Yeah.
14 shots, 14 hits in the first period, only 5 hits per period after that. Is it something like the Canucks let their foot off the gas pedal when it came to their physical play?
Well, absolutely. Just because you're up 3-1 doesn't mean you need to stop playing your game. And then that's what they did, is they got up and then they got 4-1, and you could see they just fell into a shell and allowed Seattle to dictate the play for the majority of that third period, for the majority of the end of that third period. You know, trying to make passes for an empty net and just making stupid plays. I mean, it was just dumb hockey. And it's guys that are playing more minutes than they normally would play because certain players are out of the lineup, and then you start to make the mental errors, and you're out there in situations you normally wouldn't be out there in. And this is where it gets scary if we talk about a long-term Hughes injury or long-term Pettersson injury even, because Pettersson blocks a lot of shots and he does a lot of work in our end, especially late in the game if we're trying to hold a lead or do different things like that. It's those intangibles that makes Pettersson just as valuable as when he's putting the puck in the net. So, boy, oh boy, I wouldn't want to be in that locker room for Talkett's post game after this one. Although realistically, he shouldn't have to say much. Most of the guys should know, and silence might speak more after this one.
RS5 in chat. An egg has been laid. I know it might be a whole dozen eggs there.
I think that was probably the most frustrating loss of the year to watch. To watch that complete breakdown after they had done so well to play the game that they needed to play with Hughes and PD out of the lineup, and just to take 5 minutes of complete mental breakdown and hand the game basically to Seattle.
I'd like to place full blame for this loss on Jake Stakes Hockey, who showed up late and then put in chat that he wanted overtime because he wanted to watch more hockey today. So if you want to put any hate on anyone, we should get Jake Stakes Hockey in the Canucks locker room to get yelled at by the coach. Vince Dunn, the Seattle Kraken, came on like crazy, right? Like he is probably the main reason that ends up happening because he sets up the Jaden Schwartz goal. He scores unassisted. And then he scores in overtime. So he ends up, those are all the points he got in the whole game. He ends up being the first star of the game, 2 goals and an assist. Both of his goals are unassisted. Vince Dunn, where did we see this coming from? Did we expect that from him?
Oh yeah, I mean he's been the driving force on their blue line. Last year he had a breakout season. This year he was out early for with a injury. So he's just recently back, and he did exactly what Vince Dunn has done for the last couple of seasons for Seattle. He drives that play, and with him and Montour out there, it's tough to stop that top line that they have going. When they're firing on all cylinders, they can be a good team, but obviously they have had their struggles recently. Maybe this pushes them in the direction of getting some wins strung together, but definitely not what we want to see from our guys going into the end of the year here when we head out to Calgary on the 31st.
And in this episode of Nothing is Perfect Canucks Logic, Daniel Sprong gets his 3rd assist of the season on the Jaden Schwartz goal that made it 4-2. So another former Canuck getting points against us.
Yes. It's just good old Murphy's Law is what we Canucks fans are used to. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. And boy, today went wrong.
And boy, did that second power play for the Canucks look terrible, eh? Without Quinn Hughes out there. I mean, they looked fine and they scored on the 4-on-3, but when it was a 5-on-4 power play, they did not look like they had any idea what they were doing.
Well, you're missing 2 of your number 1 power play unit guys that are the 2 main puck movers. So yeah, that's gonna hurt your power play big time. Obviously the first power play was successful, but it was such a quick face-off play that they didn't really have to show anything within setting up the zone and stuff like that. So once we saw a full 2-minute power play there, missing Hughes and missing Pettersson, it did not look pretty. So fingers crossed these guys are only missing this game and we can get back to our full lineup next game without Hronek, obviously. But on the good news front, he did start skating, I believe, this morning. So his lower body procedure that he had while his shoulder heals up seems to be healing up nicely.
That's good. So that means he's probably right on his timeline, probably about 4 weeks away or something like that.
Yeah.
Brock Besser, 2 goals again. That's 4 goals in his last 2 games. That's probably a good sign, regardless of the fact that they barely beat the Sharks and then they lose in overtime to Seattle. It's good to see Brock Besser getting back on the score sheet.
Yep. Besser had a good game. DeBrusk, nice goal there to get ahead. And that top line, we talked about how certain guys are going to have to step up. And I said JT Miller, Jake DeBrusk, Brock Besser. So you got Miller, 2 assists, DeBrusk getting a goal, Besser getting 2 goals. So those guys did their job. Unfortunately, the guys on the blue line just kind of lost their way for the last 5 minutes. And I don't know if it was just because they were tired, not used to playing that many minutes, but yeah, I hope we see Hughes back next game.
We're all hoping and praying at this point. Canucks Oz with 5 gifted memberships into the chat there. So some shout out to Canucks Oz trying to show you up, Dustin, after you came in early and dropped your 5 gifted subs to start the game. Thank you again for that, brother. Feeling generous after
No
Christmas?
problem. Hey, man, happy to support.
Jaden Schwartz with the 2 goals in the game, taking up the 3rd star, rounding out that. So you got Vince Dunn, Brock Besser, and Jaden Schwartz. I mean, Brock Besser is probably the guy you give that one to. You probably could have given it to other people on the Canucks too if they didn't have such a meltdown there. I was even thinking Susie might deserve a spot in the 3 stars. He had 2 assists in the game, setting up Garland, setting up Besser. I was looking pretty good, and then he went from being the guy who's setting things up to setting up Seattle instead. How does a game go from being that good for Susie to being so bad?
It's just not staying focused and not remembering what made you successful in the first 45 minutes of the game, or 55 minutes of the game rather. You know, really we just needed 5 more minutes of those guys hanging on and doing the smart play, clearing it to the outside, just chipping it out, but they're so focused on trying to get it to the empty net rather than just chipping it out or sending it up the boards that it really cost us a couple times there in our own end. So maybe they need to go back to practicing that shoot from our own end, empty net, or just shoot it on the net. Don't try and be cute with it, because definitely a couple times being cute today, it cost us.
Well, Hoglander was cute for a minute. I thought he was actually going to get an early chance off of being cute, and he ends up dishing it to the point. That seems a little strange that he got all the way to a good spot to shoot it and then dish it back to the point.
Yeah, I wanted him to take a backhand shot there so bad. That's just a guy who has zero confidence in himself. Showed some good signs of puck control and using his body, winning some puck battles and creating some scoring chances. But boy, oh boy, did he need to shoot that puck just to maybe get lucky and beat Grubauer there with a flutter backhand or something, just a seeing eye shot. But yeah, that was a play that definitely didn't enjoy seeing him dump it back to the blue line. And maybe that's one that the coaches can say, hey, look, this is really good stuff here, but you got to shoot it now. Like, we're happy with the progress you've made, but you still need to think offensively when the time comes.
So if I were to tell you the Canucks have points in 5 of their last 6 games, would that make you feel better?
No.
Because you know that
Not
3
at
of those
all.
are overtime losses?
That's the problem, is we got to find a way to win in overtime. It's not good enough just getting the 1 point, especially when you're giving points to division rivals. So we need to find a way to close out these games, especially up 4-1 with 5 minutes left, and B, find a way to either close the game out in overtime or get to a shootout, because we're really not having success when we give up possession in OT. We're not finding a way to get the puck back, and the chances we're generating definitely aren't as dangerous as the ones we're seeing against. So
No.
maybe we need to practice more 3-on-3. I'm not sure what can help that. Maybe a personnel change or something, but obviously not having Hughes in overtime is a huge blow. But you got to have someone else in the lineup that can run it out there. And if Hughes is out, maybe you run 3 forwards. Who knows? But they got to be better. Those points can cost you in the playoff race late in the year. So got to find a way to get 1 or 2 of those extra points when we're struggling here.
They now have 8 overtime losses, 8 overtime or shootout losses so far this season. So they have 10 regulation losses and 8 overtime or shootout losses. So they're almost matched. They're tied there. Only 17 wins. So if you look at it, they're technically, if you go off losses, they're a game below 500 at this point. But because they get all those loser points, 8 points, it keeps them in a wild card spot, which keeps them in the race, which you do love to see. But at the same time, like you said, you need to learn to close these games out, especially with a 4-1 lead in the 3rd period.
Yeah, 25 wins looks a lot better than 8 loser points.
Yeah. They now have 17 wins, and then you got Calgary and Seattle behind them, both with 16 wins. I mean, Calgary's got the 7 overtime losses as well. But I mean, it's still, when your record's the same, essentially the same as the Calgary Flames at this point in the season, you're probably starting to get concerned.
Yes, very much so.
Let's see. Is there a silver lining in this game? Their penalty kill was really good.
Yep. Penalty kill was strong. Honestly, that fourth line had a really strong game. I think they did well to keep the play down in the other end of the ice, but probably not Demko's strongest game. Definitely not the best ending from Susie or Myers. Yeah, it's tough. It was looking so good there. They had a really strong 55 minutes. Like, that was a good game with two major players out, and then just a complete collapse.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, like Seattle was coming in on a 5-game losing streak. Now we play another team that we probably should handle well, but obviously we don't know the status of Hughes and Pettersson going into this next game coming up against Calgary. It's a 6:00 start coming up next week on Monday or Tuesday. What day is it? It's Tuesday? Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday the 31st, New Year's Eve game.
New Year's Eve game. Whoa, I mean, like early predictions, what are you looking at? Are the Canucks going to play better after a big loss, or do we have no idea because the Canucks are chaos?
I think right now we still don't know what we're going to get from this team on any given night. They still struggle to find their identity, and whether or not Hughes plays that game plays a huge role in what we're going to get. So it really changes the game plan and the strategy when he leaves the lineup, because so many of our offensive plays go through him. So it just remains to be seen. It probably, until we know whether he's going or not, we won't know what we're going to get. And even if he is going, who knows? We could get another good 55 minutes and 5 minutes of brain farting, but you never know.
As of today, the Canucks and the Flames have the same record in the last 10 games, 4-3-3. So both are not looking real great. So we might see another bottom dweller kind of a game where chaos reigns for the most of the part, and then we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I think you're right. It really comes down to if Quinn, Hughes, and Pettersson are still out, then all bets are off, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything you wanted to say about the Abbey Canucks? I know they are playing again on Monday, December 30th. It's a 5 p.m. game against the Calgary Wranglers. Is there anything we need to know for that game?
Nothing major. No huge updates yet. Obviously, hoping to bounce back from a couple losses against the Roadrunners before Christmas, but looking to get started on the right foot after the break and into the new year. So we'll be keeping an eye on that game on the 30th, and we'll let you know about that when we talk on the 31st.
Hopefully we have some, maybe have some gifts left over from Christmas we can go play with now to make ourselves happy, because that was that's not how you want to see the Canucks end a game.
No, that's not how you want to. That's not how you want to finish after a strong start and some positive play. That's a tough one.
All right, Dustin, don't beat yourself up too much. Remember, it's all Jake's Take's fault. He will be putting together a video. I hope in his video tonight he takes full responsibility for that loss. And I guess we'll talk again on Tuesday during the Calgary versus Vancouver game at 6:00.
Sounds great, Russ. Take care, and we'll talk to you then.
Dustin Boydell, everyone, stopping by. It's hard to find sunshine when it's a game like that. Again, I wanted to thank Canucks Oz for the 5 gifted memberships to Nothing is Perfect. We appreciate that. We've been seeing you a little bit more often here, Canucks Oz. I don't see you chat a lot in chat, but looks like you're watching from the shadows and felt like you wanted to gift some memberships. Appreciate that very much so. Paragraph will quote, what the APAV, what a spectacular failure. Yep, APAV, thanks for stopping by. Luke Flyswatter, bye. Don't do anything crazy, folks. Away from me, Satan says Zoe. It is finished, Shellis. Michael. Mike Torrance, ugh. Matt. Help us, Hughes. You're our only hope. Jazz, I'm bringing back 2011. Anyways, go Sharks, go, says Hachiko. I mean, if your favorite teams are the Sharks and the Canucks right now, I'd be a little concerned just because right now it doesn't seem like the Sharks are playing very well at all. So that's a tough one. Usually I'd like to think that your second team is somebody who's actually really good, Hachiko. But you know what? I understand. I understand why you could cheer for the Sharks. It's fine. It's fine. Resist the devil and he will flee. Hachiko, shark. Canucks fan 94, what an absolute joke. Mike Torrance, Luke Hughes, and Kennedy Hughes. Lucas Hughes, not Kennedy Hughes. Shark fin soup. Canucks fan 94, if we still want any hope of making the playoffs, Alvin needs to start making a move to improve the D right now. I agree, especially with Quinn Hughes out. Rome, Canucks need a true shut it down D-man guy who can clear the front of the net and get the puck out. What I saw in the final 5 minutes was brutal. Jake's Takes Hockey. I guess I'll try to make a video now before I go back to work. You should make sure that you take full responsibility for this loss, Jake. It's all your fault. Mike Torrance, 2 points if we don't need 2 stinking points. Grr. Hachiko, trade Petey for Jack and Luke. Calvin 99 Charlie, laugh out loud. Joshua had the goal disallowed. Now we want it back. I'm actually so sorry. Regroup. It was a match. Barbershop. The Nucks have actually they only have 42 points. More losses in the wild card spot. Yep. Go Leafs go, says Zach. Zoe, yeah, give us back our goal you stole. Canucks fan 94. Demko played very well, but as usual, our D let him down. I think Demko has 2 goals he probably wants back. He wants the goal that he let through on his glove side, and he wants the goal that went in off of the side of his head. That's 2 goals that Demko should not have let in. Calvin 99 Charlie, we only make the playoffs by OT losses. Laugh out loud. Yep, that's probably what's going to happen. Canada, Dolphin, hockey goal, hockey stick. Dunn is so underrated. Yep, he's someone I wanted to see so underrated. Rome say, Jake Takes Hockey. Have a great night, everyone. Well, at least try. Mike Torrance, thanks for us and mods. Thank you, Mike Torrance, for stopping by. Zoe, the calls are overrated. Rome says, bye, Jake's Takes. There's the 5 gifted memberships from Canucks Oz again. Rip gifted. Canucks Oz, don't know hype. Canucks Oz, hi, says Zach. Zoe, until next time, everyone, Canucks are still awesome. Stay healthy in 2025. Everyone says, Zoe, it's tough. It's the thought that counts. Yeah. Scattered Romo. Dead. Alien. Oilers lose and Canucks lost. Okay, that's good. At least the Oilers lost. Grifted. Canada. Dolphin. Leafs. Canucks, Leafs are Zachary McNally, Leafs 25. Canada. Noah Dang could have made up ground on Oilers. Missed an opportunity. Yep. Canucks Oz 100. Cheers. Check. Chaos Giraffe. Hockey stick. At Rome, I hope nothing is perfect. Receive the money. I'm pretty sure I do get that money, but as I always say, I'd rather have the memberships go out at the same time. Rome, me too. Calvin 99 Charlie, Major, it's not about the money, it's about the memberships. I agree, Calvin. We want to make sure everyone's getting those free memberships. Eggplant, hang loose. Cheers, says Major Tao. Totally agree, Calvin. The purpose of the memberships is to grow the community. The money is also a consideration, however. Canucks will play more of the same type of game. Outshot in the first. Canucks score first. Cardiac Kids show up in the third. We hope so. Zoe, Zach, and Rome should have gotten one if they turn on Gifted. If you don't know how, you can watch a YouTube. YouTube doesn't dock you if you don't accept it, as in you pay next month. Basically, the reason I'm trying to gift subs is to keep the community growing and welcoming the atmosphere. We still have a good community, although. Okay, Calvin, I'll look it up. Yeah, make sure that we look up. If you haven't been gifted a membership on the channel, make sure you look at. It's like Canucks Fan 94. You haven't been gifted a sub, so make sure you go and figure out how you can turn that on. Rome at Paragraph Road. Thanks, Dusty, for keeping it on the down. PW after a frustrating loss. At Paragraph Pro. Check. Cool. Yeah, management has made a clear mandate now. No dang Canucks lost and Oilers lost. Hachiko is so loyal. Glad the Oilers didn't get a bigger lead on the Canucks. Yeah. So we'll take it as a win. We got the point. We got our favorite loser point, and it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Okay, let's quickly go look back and see about all the donations. So Paragolfer Pro showed up, donated 5 gifted memberships. Major Tao, how we looking? Just got off work with the $2 dono. Major Tao then gifted a membership, another $1 dono for the swear jar. And then Canucks Oz, the last one you saw there, gifted 5 Nothing is Perfect membership. So thank you again, Canucks Oz, for that. Whoo! Canucks lose in dramatic fashion against the Kraken, 5-4 in overtime. You hate to see it. But yeah, we're going to be live again on Tuesday, December the 31st, the New Year's Eve game. It's a 6 o'clock start. So we'll have the stream live at 5:40, and we'll go through all the things that we're normally going to do. And then on the 31st, we're going to have Cam from Green, Blue, and W's. We'll be stopping by for the second intermission. We'll have Dustin during the first intermission. We'll have a lot of fun playing against my hometown team, the Calgary Flames. So we'll see how that goes. We're hoping for a better result. But yeah, everyone, thank you very much for stopping by and enjoying the stream with us. It's always a good time. It's more fun to watch it when we lose together. It's fun to lose together, right? We agree with that. But yeah, next game, as I said, December the 31st, 6 o'clock start. So we'll be live at 5:40. I am Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.